Man, I'm ready.
Energy.
Yeah, vibes.
Vibes.
Listen, welcome to the Fast Food Podcast. This is your boy, Morgan Heights, and of my usual suspects. Man like Trim Trim, I walk on, bro.
Yes.
Wezzy Wez, what's going on, my G?
Good evening.
It's another special guest host we have in the building. Big up to Daniel Nero.
Yeah. What's going on?
Welcome, brother.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Blessings to you. We're here. We're representing. This is episode
2 of season
Episode dos.
2.
Dos of Dos.
Doscientos lo
Season 2. What's going? How is everyone? What's going on?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm living.
Living life.
I'm living. Hence why you can hear me.
I'm living my best now. Had to do it with my tongue up. Doesn't make it sound like that dickhead, bro.
Yo, I just drove here and it was a nice vibe, man. I was just chilling. I was in the car listening to another podcast actually, and just enjoying. You know, sometimes you drive, you just relax. It's a relaxing vibe. It's a relaxing feeling. You're just reflecting. It's night.
You know the thing when you're driving, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're on Spotify, this is my thing I tell you, it's a love-hate relationship with this. You know when you press the shuffle button, and it just plays through all your songs on Spotify? Sometimes you'll get some really shit music playing, right?
What, you shuffling?
Shuffling, yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, shuffling, while I'm shuffling. Driving and shuffling. I wouldn't recommend that when you're driving, you know. I don't want someone to do that. They're like, well, Wesley said, do this.
Do what Wesley said.
Listen to me as if I'm big enough for people to listen to what the fuck I say. But today was a vibe.
Yeah.
Today was a vibe, man. I had some Mac Miller playing, followed by Run DMC, had some MF Doom. I was like, yeah.
I'm using your
I had a
zone.
good one today. I had a good one today, man. I enjoyed it.
I was living, boy.
I was feeling sweet.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. It's a vibe. When you're driving, it's just cool and you're just seeing things and stuff around you, and it's good.
I hope when you're driving, you're seeing things.
Yeah,
As if
man.
you're not.
Imagine.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some lots of stuff outside right now with the change of the seasons. Because you know, man likes trees.
Yeah.
I love trees. But I'm noticing that the leaves are starting to change colour and all that. See them on the floor, a couple conkers.
Well, the clocks change soon as well, don't they?
End of the month.
Yeah,
Is
it's getting
it
darker.
forward or backward? Did we lose an hour
Austin
again?
forward.
Spring forward, fall back.
Is it?
Yeah.
Spring forward.
Spring forward
So
and fall
when,
back,
when you enter spring, the clocks go forward.
You better
During fall, everyone falls back inside and no one goes out.
Okay, cool. So we
Yeah.
get an hour back. So that's good for us then.
Yeah.
But we lose, obviously, the
Sunlight.
daylight.
Yeah, that's calm. As long as I get an extra hour sleep.
You know them ones say when it gets to 4 o'clock and you're like, rare, why is it pitch black?
I wake up, it's dark. I go home, it's dark.
Yeah, what the hell?
But to be fair, I quite like it. I quite
You
like
can
it.
get the blues from that shit.
Bruv, people in Iceland, because of the way that works over there, is sometimes in Iceland it's dark all day and all
day?
night.
That's
they got
why
the
they cause-
highest suicide rate over there.
That's why they cars have lights. Remember Saab used to, he was for, why is that car always got his lights on?
Yeah.
Shall I tell him?
Yeah.
Shall I say something?
In the,
Like, no,
in the
that's-
Canary Islands, they don't actually have daylight saving times. So
mad.
it stays the same time all throughout the year.
Oh, I see.
So it doesn't
it?
change.
I
But that's
see.
because if businesses are open longer in the daylight,
Yeah.
apparently they're more successful
Yeah.
during those seasons.
Yeah, man. When it's dark, when it's night
When it's
time,
dark, no one wants to fucking go out. I
you want to
don't,
chill.
I don't want to leave the house.
I want to
I'm hibernating.
get another quilt.
Another
And just one more.
Extra togs.
Yeah.
A bum quilt.
Ten togs.
A
10
bum
togs.
quilt. A bum quilt.
You get me?
Yeah, man, that's good, man. You
Just
got to
wrap
do that.
up.
That's it, man. So yeah, man.
Pop.
Everybody's blessed, man. Everybody's blessed. Yes, let's move forward. We got to get to it today.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Sorry, well, 1 second. Did
Talk.
everybody? What did we do over the last week and that? Did we do anything eventful?
But I can't remember.
Anyone doing?
I can't.
bruv,
But I've just been continuing the wedding planning, man. We drove all the way to Reading to go pick up some bits and pieces for it, centerpieces and that.
Yeah,
So I was did that.
prepping.
You know, I'm prepping early, man.
Even though it's 2 years away.
It's not now. It's a year and a half.
Yeah, man.
Just over a year and a half away.
You know.
Just over a year and a half away. Come on, man. Trust me. When it comes to those last few weeks, I'm just sat there chilling, and everyone else around me like getting married, and that's like panicking. Like, fuck you, man. Like,
No, you do have to be prepared for those things. We prepared for 6 months. It's a mad thing.
And
It feels like it really takes over your life, doesn't it?
Yeah, we prepared
But it's
for
not a
6
bad thing.
months.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the
It's
ride.
a ride. It's a ride.
It's definitely a ride.
It's a ride, man. So yeah, man. So another eventful thing happened. So me, myself, and Wes. It got spicy on the WhatsApp.
Yeah?
It got
A1 everything.
It got fully
Was it
spicy.
like a
I don't know what.
paprika. Was it paprika or?
Right, let's just jump straight into it, okay?
I don't know what was in the air, but
Cayenne pepper.
I don't know what juice.
Bunny.
I don't know what juice
Yeah, it was
G
serious.
was sipping on, but I bet it was next to a massive jar of Hellman's mayonnaise.
it probably was. It was because there was a lot of mayonnaise shit happening, man. Like a lot of shit happened. So anyway,
Let's break it
so
down.
myself and Wes was on the WhatsApp and we're talking. In fact, myself, Wes, Maintain, shout out to you.
Shout out to
prick.
Maintain.
Prick in Uganda just fucking living his
Hammocks.
best life. I told him today, listen, bruv, get involved in the conversation. He said, no, man, I'm just chilling in Uganda watching it with popcorn. I said, pop your own corn, fam. And listen,
What the fuck?
I put your 2 pence
Did you
in,
really
bruv.
say that to him?
Yeah,
like
he's
that?
a bruv. I see your name's Maintain, bruv. You supposed to maintain.
Maintain.
What's wrong with you?
He was not maintaining that
No,
situation.
bro, he wasn't, bro. He was maintained, fam. So anyway, so we're all on a WhatsApp group, and we're having a conversation about. I hate to use the word.
Just say it.
I hate to use the word.
What is it?
We talk about mumble rap.
Can I just give a quick background check as to who coined the term mumble rap?
Who?
And if you guys don't know, I think you might be a little bit surprised who coined it. So Wiz Khalifa actually coined it back in I want to say 2006.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I'm lying. It must be later than that. Wiz ain't been out that long.
I was
what I was thinking.
It must be that. But anyway, Wiz Khalifa was the first person to coin that term.
That's weird.
What's
though.
behind that though? What
Yeah,
reason-
because
what was the reasoning?
It was because that was around the time that the likes of like Chief Keef was just starting to pop, and obviously everyone was hounding on Chief Keef because, like, you know, he wasn't really saying much. Like, let's be honest, Chief Keef never really said much. But anyway, that's the background context. I digress.
Yeah, the reason why I don't like the term is because it's just a cop out for not having any fucking innovative, creative juices to actually call it something better than that. Do you know what I'm saying? Mumble rap. I felt like mumble raps for me comes across like people don't understand it, so they just call them mumbling.
But some of it you don't. But some, bro,
But
if
that
it's
is-
the
that-
young.
That's exactly
what it is, though.
They're,
Like,
they're mumbling.
And it's not just me that this is what I was trying to explain to you. Like, this isn't just my. It's you got your opinion on it, absolutely fine, and a lot of people, I'm sure, share your opinion. But of course, I got my opinion on it, and a lot of people share my opinion on it.
Yeah.
When I use the term mumble rap, I'm talking about the likes of the Young Thugs who literally I cannot. Some of it is okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, but the majority of it, I can't fucking understand a word he says. Lil Yachty, I can't understand a word he says. Like, it's just, but that's why I call it mumble rap. Yes, because no one's come up with a term that's better for it.
I think
Unless someone coins the term is better, then I'll start calling it that.
I don't know if it's because I'm an artist or I'm just more in tune lyrically because I'm like that. But I found it a little bit difficult at the beginning just because it was at the accent and the skippy flow that they spit with the accent and the slurring. Don't forget, there's like half of them motherfuckers are in the booth lean, bruv. Like, but hip hop's always been like that. Who's not been? I always lean when I go to record music, but I felt like it was a sound that bursted out from wherever. I'd say Atlanta. Could we say that, Atlanta? So it's
Yeah,
like,
we could say that.
And it
Atlanta,
was just-
Chicago.
and it was just like, rah, I'm trying to catch what they're saying. And that's what it is for me. Like, you can easily dismiss it and put it in that bracket as mumble rap. But for me, a lot of it is fucking like, you can't avoid it. And listen, I went to Las Vegas. That shit was popping off in Las Vegas. I go to clubs and that's like my favorite shit to listen to. Like, it's what gets me pumping. I'm an old school dude, so when I was in my early raving days, clubbing days, we would call it was Tim Westwood, bro.
Straight.
So I was in North London. I was at the Temple. and I was a mosher. I used to mosh. Like my younger brother, he was too cool to mosh, so he used to stand on the corner, chill.
Profiling.
You get me? Me, I was on
I
pushing,
can see it as
shoving.
well.
Like
an
Redman was like the guy for me, and all that. And so it was the energy, like lyrics, cool, was good, and you have the lyricists that are still in the culture doing their thing, but a lot of it still came from a place of real party vibe, dancing, energy. So when I hear people say mumble rap, all I'm hearing is that's old heads who are young, some of them, or people who feel like they need to listen to boom bap and it ain't boom bap and it ain't that, it ain't good.
Okay, right. Can I just chime in real quick? And
feel me?
One quick point here. The fact that I am against this, I was made to make a point. I am 27 years of age.
But you're
I'm
old
not
head.
an old head.
You are.
I listen to a wide variety of hip hop, a wide variety of rap. My music taste spurges off into different genres. But I do want to ask you all a question real quick, right? Do you little fuck with Future?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah.
Future's first album, Pluto. Future's first album, Pluto, specifically Tony Montana. Was you all fucking with that?
Everything.
It was I
Okay,
like
right.
the tune still.
So, after we had this discussion, I did some research.
Right.
And Future was in the studio talking to a journalist about the song Tony Montana.
Right.
Future said he went in the booth and he had no fucking idea what the fuck he was saying.
Yep.
He said, I ain't got a clue. He said the thing is you could say Tony Montana and you could take that and coin that into any different term. I don't know what I'm saying. He was like, I don't even believe what I'm saying. So let's go back to what we said last week about Eminem. So you said, well, Eminem said the Revival album shit, so why do you like it? Well, Future said Tony Montana shit.
All right, but
like
let's not get too far ahead because I want to talk about M. But let's not jump the gun.
No, I'm just using that as the example.
I feel like there's an old head mentality, and I'm gonna punch you in a minute, rude boy. There's an old head mentality, and it doesn't matter about the age you are. Some people are 19 years old and maturer than me, just because of their own experiences in life and what they've been through. They've done more, or they've seen more, or they've just been through more life experiences, which makes them a lot more mature. It's not about your age as a number, it's about the mentality. And my argument is that the mentality of a lot of heads that listen to certain types of rap are closed-minded to the fact that when something new is created from a generation that have seen it come up and love the entertainers from it and value the music itself, forget everything else, the music, the culture, you have to respect that and you have to think to yourself, you know what, let me be a bit more broad-minded to that. The differences we had together in the WhatsApp group was not that you couldn't have an opinion on it. Not for 1 second. If you go through that timeline, I never once said you can't have an opinion on it. What I did say was that because you're not from the culture, you're not understanding the sound, the vibe, the energy, where it's birthed from, where it's come from. And for me, and I use the analogy of reggae, a lot of people don't know what people say in reggae. If you're not from Jamaica or you haven't been brought up in that culture, you might not, you're just hearing, you see what I'm saying? But
I like that song. I remember that one.
But for me, as a black man and from that culture and growing up in that energy, that's my lifeline. That's my lifeblood. I relate to it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Dan, I know you're dying to
Yeah,
chime in.
yeah. So here what, yeah, like you see with the mumble rap thing, is I can listen to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when I say I can listen to it, I can listen to it. And when you're saying like your taste is diverse and this, that, blah, 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 you listen to all types of music, etc., was me too. I listen to all types of music. You might see Celine Dion come just before
Celine Dion,
Rick Ross. Like my taste is out there. Yeah. Stravinsky, I might bang next to it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you see, when I think of rap and when I think of hip hop, I think of lyrics.
Yeah.
So lyrics.
Definitely.
And lyrically, mumble rap is mess.
That's-
Lyrically,
Right.
Like, but when I'm saying, like, you see that Tony Montana tune,
Yeah.
that's a big tune to listen to. Like, I'm not listening to his words.
No,
I'm
the
just
beat
listening to
is
the beat.
snazzy.
I'm listening to like how he's riding the beat, etc., etc. So
no, I understand that.
in that case, I can listen to it. So
Yeah.
it's cool. I'll have it on. Blah 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 blah. It can bang in the background. But lyrically,
Yeah.
it is mess.
Yeah.
Like what they're saying,
Cool.
is poor.
Well, I mean, can I?
Yeah, but what I would say is when that's an opinion because it's a subjectiveness. Music is subjective. So at the same when you can hear it, but it's not your thing. Initially, it's not your thing, but you can listen to it. That's a subjectiveness. Now, the argument that me and Wes had was that mumble rap, still a word I don't like to use, is killing hip hop music. It's killing it.
I mean,
and I was like, again, there's so much behind what you're saying to me. It's more than I initially was insulted by it because I was like, cool. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I get it. It's not for you. I listen to tunes sometimes. My brother's in the clubs all day, every day, playing banging tunes. He'll send me tunes, and I'll be like, bruv, that's all right. And he'll be like, what, are you mad, fat? Like, he wants to curse me out, bruv. But it's not for me.
Can I
But
just
when,
make
But when I'm saying killing the culture, when you're saying it's killing hip hop music,
Right.
that's more when you say hip hop, there's more behind it. There's more behind it.
Yes,
And
there's
that's
5
what-
elements of hip hop, and I don't
Right.
feel like these, in inverted commas, mumble rappers are hitting
Brother.
any of them. The rappers,
Right.
The rappers aren't hitting any of them.
Right.
The producers, some of these producers are cold,
Yeah.
right? There's no doubt. Some of these producers are good.
Yeah.
Some of them are shit.
Yeah.
But some of them are heavy.
Some of your-
it's the lyricists.
Some
Yeah.
of our favorite artists chat shit.
But I'd like to come back to a point you made on reggae. I'd like to come back to the point you made on
Yeah.
reggae, just as a fact.
Yeah.
Right? So before, I went to a Logic concert recently, right? So a couple of days beforehand,
Yeah.
me and the missus drove up to Alexandra Palace just to scope it out and find out where the fuck it is.
Yeah.
They had a Reggae Legends night on. Now, when I tell you that at least 75% of the people who were leaving that audience were white, what? So they're not... Are they not allowed to appreciate it? And I want you to delve a bit deeper on why I won't be able to understand it.
Because
why can't I understand the culture? Why?
Because a lot of the time when white people put their opinion on black culture, forget that there's white people in the crowd, bruv. The person on stage is black, and the people behind him, and the people that whole culture and the line that's come from is black. It's black music, bro. When they first came out with this whole thing and they called it urban, I was just like, you're taking a piss, innit? Urban. What's urban?
But you are...
And what I'm saying to you is, bro, you have to understand that certain things that you say affects what black people think. That's why we had to talk about fucking for the last podcast we was talking about the whole rice thing with Jamie Oliver and the black face and the black facing and the things that white people appropriate or white people feel like they have a lot to say on and then don't understand the background of it.
You are
what I'm saying
in a whole race though,
but
G.
what I'm saying to you, bruv, is you got to understand, bruv, music means the culture of black music, right?
Right.
Which is R&B, hip hop, soul,
Yes.
reggae.
Yes.
Is more than more than an opinion. It's more than it's a lifestyle. It's
a lifestyle that I fucking lived.
But it's, bruv, you're not from a place, bruv, where you had to fight to go into a bar because you were black. You didn't have to go. Your people didn't have to go through things to elevate yourselves and have a music to call your own to then to put out into the world for people to feel it. It's like,
but
for
G,
me,
there were different levels of oppression.
Yeah, but no,
different
but-
levels.
no, but what I'm
you
saying-
might have been oppressed. Let's be honest. Let's call it for what it is.
Yeah.
You wasn't being told to leave them bars.
Yeah, but
back in that time, right?
What does that matter though?
But hold on a second.
Well, what does that matter?
No. Let me talk my shit, right? Let me talk my shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
My grandma went through that though, bro.
That's fine, bro, and I've got no problem with that. And salute to your grandma and everyone who went through that.
But if
you went through your struggles for equality. That is fantastic. That is brilliant. But at the end of the day, you might have gone through your own struggles on a certain thing that might be race-based. When I was growing up, I went through my own struggles because I represented hip-hop as a fucking culture.
Yeah, but
that's my thing. I'm part of this culture, bro. If I'm not allowed to have this sort of opinion and hold this sort of weight, you shouldn't have appointed me as your manager, for example.
I didn't.
That's a good point.
And again, you're looping it. You're looping it because I didn't say you can't have an opinion on it. I'm saying when you put your neck out and you're talking about a culture predominantly ran and felt and loved by black people, you have to expect somebody who you have around you as friends to call you on it. I'm not going to say to you, oh, Wes, that was fine what you said, bro. That was what you said was absolutely fantastic. When I'm sitting there thinking, is this Brer talking about something that you have an opinion on something you haven't even listened to. You've never gone and dug in the crates and listened to that culture of music.
How do you know that?
The mumble, because you don't like it, bro.
Doesn't mean I've listened to it.
And then you're gonna have an opinion that it's killing the culture.
Do you know what?
That's crazy.
Do you know what? Let me jump in.
Talk to me.
Let me jump in. Yo,
it's crazy.
I'm fully with Wes, because I'm fully with him, because when it comes to hip hop, and forget hip hop for a second.
Yeah.
Forget hip hop. Let's just talk about life.
Right.
Yeah. Let's just talk about life. Yeah. Obviously, when it comes down to it, cool. We're black. Yeah. We're black. There's definitely 150% things that you are not going to be able to understand. You, Wes, you are not going to be able to stand or relate to. You'll have to kind of only fathom the situation. Do you know what I mean? You'll only have to maybe gather of what it could be like. Do you understand? But in terms of certain aspects and music, with the hip hop side and music being one of them, I feel he will be able to fully relate to it, whether he's white, black, Indian, red, due to the fact of that of the people that he might have surrounded himself with, environment, and the way maybe he's grown up. Because I tell you now, there are from my younger days, there are some white dudes, who are like down, like that. I would be like, they know. Do you know what I mean? Than me. More than certain black dudes that I know. Do you know what I mean? Where the culture is lost on them. You get me? But there's some white dudes that are like down. Do you know what I mean? So in terms of saying not that you said he can't have an opinion, but like kind of disregarding the fact that he has the opinion saying that mumble rap is killing the hip hop game. I don't feel you can go at him for that, because that's his opinion and he's allowed to have that opinion in my respect, and I fully agree with him that the mumble rap thing is semi. It's allowing a like you did say earlier in terms of that it's not for us, like it's not for maybe the old heads, etc. But like I said, when it comes to rap, I'm talking about lyrics, and I listen to what they say. Even when I listen to what they say, it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Dan, can you go to Atlanta and tell him that?
Can I go to Atlanta?
Can you go to Atlanta and say to anyone from that culture or from their camps and go, bro, I don't understand this thing, bruv. What is it, bruv? It's killing hip hop, bruv.
We can't.
I could.
Are you like, what is this, bruv?
I can go.
They will say to you, bro, like, you better smoke some weed and go in the studio and black out to this and sit down and listen to what we're saying and what we're trying to do. Because I guarantee you that culture and that whole essence of what's coming up is the same as grime, where grime music came and stemmed from our culture, from house and garage, and we took it on as our own, and people don't understand it till this day. A lot of people go, that's a bag of noise. But when you have, for me, it's not about just lyrics, bro, because music has always been about a vibe. It's always been like that. Before people put lyrics to music, it was always a vibe. It was a man in a park with his sound system. He set up, he had his decks, and he was just knocking out tunes. Sometimes someone would grab the mic and what we would call it MCing, toasting, or vibing. They weren't talking about nothing at all. They would just say they would just, and it evolved. But you can't then go mumble rap because I don't understand it, and it's, for me, it's not lyrical, or I don't understand it. It's irrelevant, and it's killing hip hop. That's outlandish when you still got Common doing his thing. You still got people like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and Jay and Nas just dropped and Kanye West who keep that type of sound that you're still loving, interested in, but it's gone. That wave is a new generation. And I'm not, and again, I didn't say to you, Wes, you can't have an opinion on it. I was not berating you for having an opinion. I felt that you was having a dig. That's how I felt, honestly. And you was jabbing at it like, oh, this is something that ain't lyrical. I don't understand it. It's mess. Only other than the producers I fuck with, but then the producers are fucking with the guys that are making the music. So the producers fuck with those people, and there's people, and you know, music is about fucking with other people. Pause. So I hear what you're saying, and I understand, but what I'm saying to you is sometimes it's a thing where, because I took a step back when we had the discrepancy, and it was heated, but it was still love because this is my brother, right? Well, I took a step back and I thought about the situation, and if I felt like I was being over the top or being insensitive to Wes as a white person who loves hip hop and who is a part of the culture, which I did tell you, right? And I spoke to my brother and I was like, bro, am I feeling some type of way about this? And he was like, no, bro. In this culture now, there's a snobbery with music where if you don't like a certain thing, you downgrade it into something that you just don't understand, so it's not important to you. When a whole millions and millions of people love that culture and are a part of it, and it's not about just you and your opinion. It's about a bunch of people coming together and forming and creating something. And I'm a person I'm a creator, and it just touched a nerve. That was all that.
Can I just like chime in real quick, right?
Talk to me.
And can I just make it very clear what my problem was? Because it very much sounds like that my problem was the fact that you didn't respect my opinion, which is obviously if that was the case, which I'm sure it wasn't, then that is absolutely fine. But let me just address a few points here from what you've said.
Yeah.
First of all, the whole going to Atlanta thing. Yeah. None of us in this room are particularly bent on going to Atlanta, but if I ever had the opportunity and I bumped into one of these rappers, then I'll quote the great MC Shan, but apparently I haven't dug in the crates, and tell them kill that fucking noise, right? Because it's not for me. Okay. Now my problem, I think you're misunderstanding what my problem was completely. Right. If you feel a certain way about what I say about the state of mumble rap, absolutely fine, and not a problem, fine by me.
Which I've always said.
Which you've always said. But if you remember last season, I actually played Tekashi 6ix9ine's track, and I actually said I actually quite liked it. But that's neither here nor there. My main problem was the fact that you said I am not from the culture because I am a white person. That was my problem.
Right.
You don't have the right to sit there and tell me that I'm not from the culture when I've grown up with this culture. I've grown up with people around this culture. I have been a musician. I have been a producer. I have been a radio personality. I've been a DJ.
Respect.
I am now a podcast host. I have hit 5 elements. I have hit 5 elements of hip hop. So why am I not considered good enough to be of the culture, from the culture, either way you look at it? If the KKK can introduce a fucking black man into their clan, why the fuck can't hip hop accept me? Because you're the first person who's ever told me that. But since school, when everyone used to say this fucking white boy listening to hip hop, doing his thing, la-di-da, you've all heard me tell this story before. They all had that. When you start saying that is all I could fucking see, because that is the same bullshit and the same narrow-minded. I see it is narrow-minded, and that's what hurt me.
And I think that's where, when I'm listening to what you're saying, I can understand the way you felt about the conversation. But I guess when you're talking over WhatsApp, you can't really speak and you're not face to face with a particular.
We should have picked up the phone to each other. I think that was our first mistake.
And
Many an argument has started
things get
over that.
said out of context, and things get read differently, and things are misconstrued, right? So, and I stand by this, Wes, and I said to you on the thing, like, you're part of this shit. You're part of the culture. I mentioned it about 3-4 times so you knew that I was making a point that you are part of the culture. You are involved in this shit. Bruv, we wouldn't be friends, fam. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, but what I was trying to convey was I felt you were being narrow-minded. Do you see what I'm saying? I felt you were being narrow-minded in the aspect of it's when you say hip hop, it's broad. There's so much that goes into that word. Fuck rap. Rap is rap. People rap. Hip hop is a fucking lifestyle. You know, right? I don't have to explain it to you. So when it's coming across on a message on WhatsApp, it's coming across like, bruh, is this bruh just telling me that's your opinion? It's killing hip hop, and that's how I feel. I'm like, bruh, that's you really feel strongly about something like this, like, and I felt offended. So when I'm hearing back, and you're explaining to me now, we're here face to face, which is a good thing because we haven't seen each other since. So it was nice that we have this conversation on a podcast.
I felt that you was offended because I was a white person making certain comments and accusations about the state of hip hop / rap.
No, I would say it's what you said, Wes. It's the statement you made. It's the you can have as many opinions about hip hop music and how you feel about it as you want. I'm not ever going to pull you up on that. What I will pull you up on is if you're saying something's killing something. When you're saying something is killing, then we're going deeper. It's a deeper rooted conversation, and I think that's about what we say to. Can you understand? Like when we say things to each other, it means more than other things.
A passing comment.
Yeah, it's not like it's you're saying it's killing it. So I'm like, anyway. When I was
but it's the white thing that I have the big problem with, though, G. Yeah, it was that I had the biggest issue with. Yeah, but it it really fucking rattled me.
Yeah, but I said to you, bro, like this is why I went back to in a conversation. I don't really keep on dwelling on it, but it's like almost like this. Sometimes white people say things, yeah, not you. White people say things, and because it's coming from them, it comes across condescending when it ain't. Sometimes people say things like, "Oh man, I don't see color." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You don't see color? What do you mean by that?" And what I'm saying to you, Wezzy, is it's sometimes when it's coming from somebody who is white, it has a rooted feeling. It's not personal. And I said this to you directly. I said it's not personal to you. I know you're white. You know I'm black. We diss each other about being our color all day long. I don't care, bruv. You can call me a black bastard, bruv. You're my brethren, so I'm not ever going to take that personally. But when we're having conversations that we are opinionated by, and you can tell we're having this conversation now, and we're both very opinionated about this particular subject,
because we're both passionate about it.
It's going to have effects because of what is said, and if it's misconstrued by any of us, then it doesn't get digested. No one wants to listen. You didn't want to listen to me. I didn't want to really particularly listen to you anymore.
I heard what you were saying, though. The heights.
You know,
I heard what you were saying. Listen. Let's wrap this up. I just want to make one last closing comment, and then let's move on, right? Because it is all love. I don't have a problem with you. I do. Let me finish this first. I'll get onto that, right?
Be honest.
So what you've said, still irks me. Okay,
it will because
it's coming from you. Bruv, remember, you're talking to me.
Yeah, but
you're talking to Wes. You are not talking to the larger demographic of white people.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, there are white people, just like there are black people, just like there are Asian people who are very narrow-minded and do get disgruntled and are of an opinion that actually if you look at the facts, is probably wrong, right? Okay, but not me.
Of course, but Wezzy. So we're talking about moving on.
Gonna do that?
We're talking about moving on, right? We're moving on as well because a lot of things stemmed to this conversation. A lot of things stemmed to it. This whole Eminem situation, right? Listen. So this whole Eminem situation is very, very, very current right now, right? Where we'll dive into it. I think this is where we're going to dive into it. But this whole Eminem thing is very current, and we've had conversations on this podcast and amongst ourselves about our opinions on the situation. Now, we know, Wes, that you put Eminem on a high regard due to the fact that you relate to him in so many different ways growing up and feeling like, this guy is speaking to me. I know the shit, yeah? I put Eminem as my top 5 MC of all times, bro. So when we have conversations and you turn around and go, bro, like, I don't really want to talk about Eminem anymore because all I'm going to feel like I'm doing is defending him.
But that was an opinion I got from the wider perspective based on the last episode. So all I was doing was giving the feedback. So yeah, we get positive feedback, and I appreciate everyone who gives us the positive feedback. Right. When people do give us the constructive criticism, then of course I'm always going to relay that back to you guys.
Right.
Okay. This was an opinion of a few people that I then brought back to the table. Right. Okay. That was it. Yeah. That was not coming from me. That was coming from a wider perspective.
Of course, but if you notice that when we talk about when you talk about the artists I like, and we will know that my favorite artist is Jay-Z.
We don't gun Jay-Z though.
We've had moments.
We've had
moments where you've gone, you love Jay-Z.
We've had lengthy conversations on Jay-Z, and everybody knows that Jay-Z is my favorite artist. I will never turn around to you guys and say, you can't talk to me about Jay-Z anymore because I've just had enough of you lot just gunning my favorite artist. I don't give a shit no more. It's for me, this is where we get to a place where our opinions matter at any given time, and we should be able to have. I'm glad we're having this conversation, Wes. I don't want to ever shy away from any subject between me and you as brothers. I never do. If I'm wrong, I put my hand up first and go, you know what, I'm wrong. And I expect my brothers to do the same. And so you got to understand, when it got to a point where this is leading up to a lot of conversations we're having, and I want to express this to the people that's listening, because we're just people who are passionate about a culture and a subject matter that we love, and it's important that we talk about it because it does lead into race, it does lead into politics, it does lead into lifestyle, it leads into money, it leads into greed, it leads into so many different diversions that we get to a point where it gets very real. So I was like, MGK 100% had a better record than Eminem.
MGK did his thing. I never denied that. I think MGK definitely did his thing. But like,
his diss was absolutely very timely and very concise. And for Eminem, how do you feel about it anyway?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
I did just have a thought, and I know Trim's going to shake his, roll his eyes at me. But me and Trim had a phone conversation earlier on today, right?
Yeah.
Just addressing a few of obviously the situations that have been going on and that we've already discussed over the past half hour or so, and obviously we will move on. But my opinion on Eminem is that's my opinion on Eminem, right?
Yeah.
But I just need to make this very clear because I need to stress this.
Right.
I need to stress this, and I'm saying this to you as a man, as your friend, as you's going to be one of the groomsmen, as one of the Doom's going to be one of the groomsmen of my wedding, man. Right? So I got to make sure I keep it 100.
Not for much longer, boy.
Oh my God.
You know the ones that not for much longer.
You lot better hug after.
I will, bro. I will give him a hug because he's my boy still, right? But what you said during this debate about Eminem, mumble rap, everything else, when you brought up my whiteness, as an issue.
We've gone back to it.
No, I just want to say, so I definitely want to move on. Okay, I just want to make you understand that how it made me feel. Okay,
yeah,
like it made me feel some kind of negative way and got me. You know, you said, guys, say I'm emotional motherfucker, right? Well, I'm a human being. I'm a human being. I'm allowed to have emotions. Yeah, I might be a man, but still, is what it is. I got to get my nails done afterwards, one eye prick. But like, I got.
This is too much.
But what you said did hurt me, bro.
It will.
What you said about me being white and not being part of that culture, it did hurt me.
Okay, let me tell you something as a man. I will hurt you, bro. I will, bro, because of the person who I am, bro. Like that's if you have to accept me, bro. That's it.
I've been accepting you for the past 10 plus years.
What it is, bruv, what I'm saying to you is, we're always going to have disagreements as friends. If I wasn't your boy, I wouldn't even say nothing to you. I wouldn't really care. I'm 41 years old. I can skip and keep it pushing, bruv. But we've known each other for so long. I can only be honest with you if I have a difference with you. It's all about coming together, having a conversation, understanding each other, and moving forward, bro. That's what it's about, ultimately. So I apologize for offending you, but I just said to you, you offended me, and this is why we got to a point where we both felt some type of way about each other, and that's life.
All right, well, listen, I apologize. I apologize that I offended you. Right?
Cool, brother.
I humbly apologize for offending you. Okay, I do apologize. Like, maybe the wording I used wasn't correct.
And maybe the wording
next time. How about this? Next time we have this debate, let's just have a phone call.
But I don't give a. Do you know what though? Yeah, let's have a phone call. But I don't.
Because I don't want to fucking fall out with people, man.
No, but this is the thing, bro.
Shit,
like,
ruin my goddamn day.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, Wezzy, right? This is like, obviously this is a new situation for you. This is a real.
It's not though, bro.
Bruv, it's a new situation for you in the sense of, we're podcasters, bro, right? And we're going to be opinionated about a lot of things in the culture and a lot of things that's going on around the world. People are not going to take lightly to it because of what we say, because we put our neck out on the line to say this shit because we are honest and we're opinionated motherfuckers, right? So at the same time, we have to be thick-skinned with situations like me and you happen. I'm not going to ever say to myself, do you know what, Wezzy, that's it. Like, he's not my brethren if he has a different opinion to me. Are you
it's
crazy?
Nothing to do with the opinion, man.
But you know what it is, bro.
To do with the
Yeah, but what it is, bro. Like for me, you dive too much into the fact that it hurt you, and you're dwelling on that too much because I just said to you as your friend that you hurt me. So you have to sit back and go, pause. G had pause. You have to sit back and go, Rare, why does G, don't go in your feelings, and I said this to you, don't go in your feelings and go, oh man, it's about Wezzy and G's got a problem with me and this is it, man, and it's fucking all fucked, bruv. I'm a real dude, fam. And I will always know, I'm a real dude, bruv. I'm just, bruv, Trim, we've known each other, and I said this to Trim.
Yeah.
Trim, I've known Trim all my life. Since I was 13, 14 years old. So, and we have our differences along the years, and we've bucked heads.
Yeah, definitely.
But the bottom line is, bro, it's not personal. It's honesty, and it's being absolutely. It's being able to be real with each and every one of us, so we can move forward. What I have around me is friends and brothers,
yeah, family,
and some people who are my blood they don't mean nothing to me, bro. So
that's real.
So that's real. I have you lot around me because you lot are my brothers. So I don't want you to go deep into it and overthink and overprocess what I said to you.
But that's just me. That's me as a person.
But I can't change. Yeah,
that,
but that's cool, bro. But if that's you as a person, what I'm telling you to do is, because now I have to go away and I have to think to myself, gee, you got to word things differently when you're talking to Wes. You have to consider Wes's feelings.
And I'm
about
not thinking the
certain
same
things.
thing when I said about killing hip hop. I
And
should
this
have
is-
used a different word.
And I was like, and this is, and
What
this
was you
is,
gonna
should
say?
use,
Like
should have used
smother.
that maybe
Yeah,
maybe
it's smothering hip hop.
maybe like collateral damage.
Yeah.
Like, you know, some of these artists are collateral damage.
Well, someone even put on the Insta.
Oh, yeah,
like,
we're live
that
on
it is-
Instagram. I didn't
yeah,
even
yeah, we're
realise.
live on Instagram as well.
Hi.
That we actually mumble rap is actually destroying hip hop.
That's the-
and
and
making
that's the-
Vanilla Ice look like making Vanilla Ice look like KRS-One.
and that's their opinion.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
I fucking.
That is a bar.
Who said that? Because I'm going to put it on a t-shirt.
My boy Leon said it. He's gone now, but he
Shout
said
out
it
to
earlier.
Leon.
Shout out to Leon.
Shout out to
yeah.
Leon. Do you know what was really shit though? If we're going to talk about just shit music,
Bro, we're talking about MGK.
Bazaars.
Yeah.
We're still
No,
talking-
Bazaars response.
Oh,
Did you hear
shit.
Bazaars response? Did you hear the first one?
right.
Who the
Yeah,
fuck was that
yeah,
guy
I
on that
don't
track
know.
with him?
Kind of
Literally-
off. He hasn't rapped for a
Bro,
long time.
Bazaar sounded like he literally found a guy walk out of co-op and just went, "You'll do."
Wait, come here.
Yeah, nah,
Come here,
come here.
Come here. I got microphones of 40s. Get in the back of the truck.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it when I
I've
heard
got some
that.
burgers.
I
He
got
sounds
his
like
burgers, man.
he's running out of money, and he just ran into a studio and he decided to just go in there and
He had a video
and-
made and everything.
I respect him that he's
and
defending
do
his
something.
friend.
He's
Fair play.
that's all he's doing. That's all he's doing. He's come out. Jay Electronica said that. What did he said? Something on the Twitter
Bro, I'll tell you.
about.
Bro, Jay Electronica used to sit the fuck down. He hasn't even released an
What did he
album.
say? He said, "I'll do." He come out with some Superman bars or something. And Bazaar's just come back at him, innit? That's like this is
Bro,
bedroom, innit?
Because obviously M was like, oh, he's the line that he used was the day you put out hits, the day that Diddy admits that he put a hit out and got Tupac killed,
On Puck, yeah.
right?
But even before that bar,
And Jay Electronica tweeted, "You best tread carefully, son, because I could tear down your ivory tower like Solomon done the Templar Knights, bro."
yeah, Jay
And he
Electronica
was-
just needs to sit down.
And he
Jay
was,
needs to sit down and shut the fuck up.
but
and
he's
whatever.
but then he's defending him. He's defending his team.
Yeah,
He
no, it's
is,
cool
he
for
is,
him.
and
It's
that's
cool for him to
absolutely fine.
defend. It's cool for him to defend it. That's cool. But
I guess Jay Electronica had no reason to get involved with it. Just a bit like Bazaar had no reason to get involved with, really.
But you know,
at the same time-
Wezzy, when you think about it, right? Bazaar got involved because of the whole Joe Budden situation in it.
That was
Bazaar
the
got
main
involved
thing.
because Joe Budden has been murking Eminem all over his podcast.
Right.
So, and there was something he said, and it was very real, right? He said, people comparing Jay-Z to Eminem, and it's a funny show today, right? People are comparing Jay-Z to Eminem, and Joe Budden on the show said, "How are you comparing Jay-Z to Eminem when
can't.
all the people around Jay-Z still rich? Tata still rich, looking well, got
Bleak.
money, balling. All his boys are, and then he goes, look at Wiz Bazaar. So he put Bazaar in
Oh,
the
he threw
conversation
Bazaar under the bus.
and was
No,
like, M,
sorry.
where's D12, man? What happened to you? You've got all this money. You've been very successful, and Bazaar don't look like he's living well."
Yeah, but
And
that's a bit
I mean,
deep
that's-
to say, because then you can look at state property. They're not killing it, are they?
Have you seen where Beanie Siegel's living?
Beanie and
Bro,
all
he
that.
living
you
in a
can't-
cardboard
you can't
box.
really say that.
even
That's-
Freeway
that-
as well.
I think that's a bit
He just come. He Freeway just had a madness because he's got
ill.
some. Yeah, he's ill.
He's
I
ill.
I
think
didn't
just
see
come
Jay, I
back.
didn't see
He's
Jay
actually
paying
ill.
for his surgery. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I was
Like,
about to say, yeah.
It's
And
a
could
tale
have
of
quite
it's a
easily.
tale of
Quite
two
easily.
cities, isn't it? Like,
but what, again, you got to see, that's not the point. The point is that Eminem and D12 was killing the game at one point fully, and those are his boys, and those boys really didn't. They haven't. Eminem himself has said he didn't deal with that situation properly.
No, he didn't.
So this is what I'm saying.
He
like-
didn't, but he said he didn't deal with it properly in terms of their careers. Unfortunately, some of the members of D12, there was no helping them.
No help
Like they couldn't help
whatsoever.
them. They didn't really know how to help
Some of them
themselves.
couldn't-
Like, but I'm pretty sure they're living all right. I'm pretty
Bizarre
confident
don't
they
look
probably
good,
are.
my G.
Nah,
Bizarre's never look good.
Yeah, but
when Bizarre looks good.
But Bizarre he looks like he's bizarre, right?
Bruv,
he looks out
like
of it, right?
bruv,
But
that, I
no.
don't know what freestyle that was because I listened to it and I was like, bro, are you crazy? What is that, bro? Why did you even put that out?
Yeah,
I don't understand. It's absolutely awful.
The
So-
environment's
So did you see the
different for them though,
MGK interview on Breakfast
Yeah.
Club?
Yeah, Breakfast Club. I caught a bit of it, yeah.
Oh my
He looked like he wanted
goodness,
to ball.
bro! He sounded
That was
like
the
he had a
emotional
lot
part.
of shit to say, and I personally, I empathized with him in that interview.
I did a little bit.
Because what I did with the interview was I was listening to obviously the background of it all and why Eminem and him fell out in the first place. And he was like, look, I mentioned something about Eminem's daughter. I didn't say that I wanted to beat her. He was just like,
Said
she's
she's
hot.
hot.
Saw a picture, she was hot. Eminem took 6 years to reply to me and say to me, bro, what you dealing with? Blah, blah, blah. Obviously, he didn't say that he's got an American accent. But he was like, what you dealing with? And he was like, bro, I didn't mean anything from it. And they touched base. Diddy, Paul Rosenberg, and all of those people had a conversation, was like, look, it's squashed, it's cool, don't worry, Eminem, it's all good. Because as you know, Eminem is a recluse, he's not really around to see, he's not on social media, now he is, but he wasn't at the time. So he was like, look, I thought everything was cool, but then all of a sudden, like, I can't go out to Shea 45 no more. What a coincidence.
Yeah, but Sway addressed that though, didn't he?
And also
Sway addressed that.
In that interview, that Sway interview, I'm sure I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. M said that it's got enough. It wasn't about the tweet. It was because MGK done a tune with Tech Nine as well,
No reason.
dissing M before M even dropped.
He said you're only after M dropped Rap God. MGK jumped on the Tech Nine song No Reason, and this song's actually not very old.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think this is what really caused
That is what
That's
made
the
M.
reason.
That is what made M go at MGK.
MGK said
Not the-
you only rap, you're not God.
Yeah, that is what made him go. Not really the tweet. I don't think when
But
MGK wants to say, "Oh yeah, he waited 6 years," this that. MGK has no right to say that. He's talking about Eminem,
Right.
Like, so he needs to just fall back, and accept, take on his publicity that he's got from this. Because you see me, I don't think that whole Breakfast Club thing. He coming as an actor for me. I don't think that's him.
Yeah.
I think he's coming as this actor
It's been staged.
that is trying to
Yeah,
build
I can see what you mean.
up off what's going on at the moment, because Diddy he's under Diddy, he's under Diddy, and bear in mind Breakfast Club is on Revolt, which is Diddy's station, and Joe Budden
is on Revolt,
as well. So it's not just the case of MGK versus Eminem, especially after the Tupac bar, and before that before that bar as well, which some people missed. He said your boss just pops pills and tells you that you've got skills. That's at Diddy as well. So it's fully looking like it's gonna be like, back in the day when it was like Murder Inc. versus Eminem and 50, which looks like it's going to happen now. But with MGK, what I'm saying is, I think that it's just staged. I think that what they're trying to do now is like take the whole situation, which is good business, mind you, good business, great business. Like take over what's happening now and try and push MGK out there now, which is what they're trying to do, in my sense. But I don't think personally MGK. I just think he's a puppet, and I think he needs to be really careful about dealing with Eminem like that, because we all know Eminem is a career killer. Like, he's a career
Whose career
killer.
is he killed though?
Benzino,
Ja Rule.
Cannabis.
Benzino?
Yeah, but Benzino was
Cannabis,
Who the
Ja
hell is-
Rule.
Ja Rule no, Eminem didn't kill Ja Rule's career.
But
I
where's
think
Ja
he had a
Rule?
contributing
Where's
factor.
he-
Who killed Ja Rule's career?
50.
Right,
Yeah, but that
Don't
was
do that.
Shady
50. It was
Aftermath.
50. It was Shady Aftermath. It was 50.
50 Cent
Eminem,
killed
They all
Ja
rushed
Rule's
him.
career.
They rushed Ja out the scene.
Absolutely,
Do
50
you mind
Cent.
if I just give you a little fun fact?
Yeah.
A little fun fact
Go
based
for
on
it.
this kill shot. And this is part of the reason why I think it was an overall better diss track, and
Yeah.
why I feel like, you know, sometimes it's the case with these diss tracks that we only hear little bits, we pick out little bits of it and,
Saucy
and
bits.
cling to it, saucy bits and
Saucy
cling to it,
dirt.
right? But this is why I think Eminem was better. Killshot is actually a movie
Yeah.
in which the main character, Carmen Coulson, is targeted by an experienced psychopathic hitman. Machine Gun Kelly's birth name is Coulson. Now, that's clever. Now, we can't deny that's clever, right?
That's clever.
And that's why, I mean, it feels like it's a little bit more deeper than bars when it comes to Eminem, right? So when he was targeting Ja Rule and Benzino, he had the titles like Monkey See, Monkey Do, based on Ja Rule following everything Sauce did, for example, and I've Got He did. He had, obviously, Canna Bitch was just obviously a play on words, a bit of an insult, but in the titles. So, and Do Re Mi, same thing, because Ray Benzino, it's the same sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So there's a little bit more to it than lyrics, and that's why I think Eminem is a genius, because it goes a little bit further. He leaves, like, you know when you play a really good video game and you find little Easter eggs?
Yeah.
That's what Eminem does.
Yeah.
He plants Easter eggs.
Can I just say something about that Killshot track,
Yeah.
That is a masterpiece
Yeah.
of a track.
Ooh.
That is an absolute
I've heard it.
masterpiece.
I heard it 100 times, bro.
I'm with you round about the same numbers.
But it didn't hit me, bro.
Oh my!
It's weird. I sort of picked up
what was
something
it for you?
different from every time I listen. Like, it was
that's
new
what
little bits.
I hear stuff. I've listened to it so many times, but I hear it, and I'm like, right, I missed that last time. Like, there's
like
so
Matrix.
many.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
Yeah.
so many, like,
There's layers to it.
Fully. And you
there's
know what is
definitely
wrong?
layers to
You
it,
see, when I speak to certain people about this tune, I had a big rant on Facebook about this. Like, I'm speaking to people. I'm like, oh, like, you heard Eminem's tune? They're like, it's all right. And I'm like, oh, have you listened to it? Like,
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I listened to it, man, a couple times. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, well, you didn't hear this bar? And they're like, no, I didn't hear that bar. I'm like, okay, cool. Did you hear this bar? And I'm saying, well, you didn't really listen to it then. And that's Eminem in a nutshell.
Yeah.
He's not really that type of guy where you can just have him on in the background and
can't
just be
skim.
like, you can't skim.
Yeah.
You have to listen to what
Yeah,
he's
of
saying.
course. But what I'm saying to you is right. You got to take this, and this is again, we're talking about lyrics. That's a different thing. I'm not gonna sit here and have a whole conversation about who's a better lyricist, if Eminem or MGK is.
Because we all know the answer is.
We know the answer
Fully.
to that
There's a
shit,
fact.
right?
Fully.
I'm not gonna have that conversation.
But I
It's
fuck
just
with
dumb.
MGK, man.
What I was saying to you is when MGK put out that diss, bro, and he set it a level.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate,
he did.
don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he
He
set
did.
it a level
He did.
for me,
He
and
did.
I was more shocked that I saw that because obviously I'm following Wellstar, so
Yeah.
I saw it come up on my YouTube page as something to watch. I was like, yeah, I'll get to that. And then I saw Twitter heating up, so I was like, Jesus Christ, boom, let me hit it. So when I listened to it, I was like, oh shit, MGK has just gone up at least 5 revs in my radar, bro, because I never really listened to him, and 2, I was just like, look, he's doing his thing. I know he dated Amber Rose, and I know he's had albums out. I know he's part of Bad Boy. I know certain things about him, but when he came for Eminem, that was intelligent in itself. The fact that he made a video, the fact that he was eating cereal in the video, and he was questioning his idol. Sometimes your idol becomes your rival, bro. Sometimes the person you looked up to can then become somebody who you like. Hold on, bruv. That's not all connecting. All those dots ain't connecting. I've got to question who you are.
I got no...
And what you're saying, Dan, is, all right, cool. Eminem is a legend. I just told you he's top 5 for me. But can he not be questioned?
No,
No,
he
of
can.
course
He
not.
can. No.
Everybody
Wait.
was scared.
Can he not be questioned?
Everybody in hip hop can be touched.
He can be questioned. Yeah,
Okay,
he can
that's
be
cool.
questioned. That is cool.
That's cool.
But why was MGK eating cereal in the video? For one, I have no idea.
why do you rate that?
What is that about?
Because I
got asked,
love
like,
cereal, bro.
He was like, what is that?
Bro,
Oat milk?
because
What is
I-
that? In fact, he's like, what is that? Oat
Because
milk? What
I
is
love
that in the
cereal, bro.
Cheerios?
Bro.
What is that?
So do I, but it doesn't mean we're like, MGK's the greatest rapper alive. Why? Because he eats his
Yeah, but
fucking
no one
wheels.
said- no
But no
one
one
said
said.
he's
But no
great.
one said he was the greatest rapper alive.
No, you know what I'm saying. I'm taking the piss.
What I'm saying to you, is the concept. That was a concept.
What, eating cereal?
He was standing on the street eating cereal, and he was going in on his absolute idol. And he said, "Bro, you're talking. Your beard is weird. Eminem's beard is fucking weird, bro.
It is
MGK,
weird.
your
No.
hair is
Bruv,
fucking weird.
bruv,
It is.
Your toes look like
no,
you wear something from Ed
yeah, but
Hardy.
Where's? Eminem grew his beard, and I said to myself, "What
Why
the
is it
fuck?"
still- why-
I said, "What the shit is that, bro?"
Looks weird.
No, the
The beard's
beard's weird.
Say the truth.
The beard is weird, now, G.
The beard is weird.
Why were you commenting on the guy's look?
He told the truth.
The beard
And his
was,
cheeks look puffy.
and you look
Why does
weird,
he look
bro.
like
You
you
look
see-
weird,
but
man.
listen,
G.
but listen,
Tobacco
you see,
in his mouth.
you see
His
what
beard
I'm
don't
saying.
grow properly.
You see what I'm saying?
Look at
yeah?
my beard, Dan.
This is big. It's
It's
better
a
than
lu-
mine.
bro,
It's better
it's
than mine.
illustrious,
Bro,
bro.
I'm
My beard
30
don't
and
grow
this is all I can get, bro. This is all I can get, bro. Hey, but listen, you see when I say why Eminem is a genius?
Yeah.
He addressed that beard weird thing. Yeah.
What-
You know
what did he say? He's got alopecia?
No. He said, yeah, and this is what I'm saying, Bob. In the tune, bruv, he said, yeah. Something, nothing's changed but the locks.
Right.
Yeah, he's talking about his hair, he's talking about his beard. So nothing's changed but the locks.
Yeah.
Yeah, something, and I give Jade a kiss.
Yeah, that's a-
Jade, bruv.
that was a bar.
He's talking about his hair. That's
was
what I'm
a
saying.
bar.
He's addressed. That's what I'm saying. He addresses everything MGK says in that tune, bro. Don't get me wrong, yeah. That tune that MGK came out, yeah, was cold.
I didn't
When
know-
I heard it,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
I
was
was like, my brethren was like, if I was Eminem, I wouldn't even respond. I said, listen to me, Eminem has to respond.
Has to.
He has to because he's throwing he's saying his name in these streets.
It's the battle mentality.
Like he's saying his name in these streets.
He was down for
Yeah,
it.
no,
bro.
he's saying his name, but what I'm saying is that tune was like a la-di-da-di tune. Like, yeah, this, that, like dancey, party tune. There wasn't no
But I
like.
felt it more. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
What do you mean when
and
you
this-
feel
and
it, though?
And this is the thing. Like, Wes,
Come on
Wes,
now.
it's like this is a thing, and it's a great. This episode is so good because we're talking about similar things, and it's just all gelling together. Lyricism ain't always about lyricism, bruv. And I'm a lyricist.
But in a battle,
In a battle, it has
No,
to
it's-
be. In a
bruv,
battle, it
in a
has
battle,
No, it's
Fine,
not.
there
Gotta be
is.
saying
No,
some
it's not
shit,
because.
bruv.
No, it's not because if you listen to Drake and Pusha T's Duppy, bro. Duppy was a better record. It was something that I was like,
Compared to what?
which
Which one?
But
Which one?
Push
Which
Duppy,
one?
Drake's Duppy.
we had
Compared to what?
two.
Push's
Drake
what?
Duppy was a better record than Adidon. It was a better.
No. Wait. What?
No, wait,
bro.
no. Wait. Duppy, when Duppy came out, listen to what I'm saying. Duppy came out, I thought the whole thing shut down. If judging on the whole Meat Meal thing and how he dealt with him, I was like, oh shit, Drake put the Duppy out, and I don't want to speak about this too long. I want to go back to MGK, but he absolutely obliterated it, called it Duppy, which just relates to everything. You ghosted him, and when Push came out, Push wasn't over lyrical on that record, bro.
No, he just stayed.
He
facts,
just
bro.
went
He got
in.
dirty.
He just cut his ass on some. Look, bro. He snapped on him. He dissed him. He. That's what I feel like a diss should be. Oh, cool. You got your cheeky lines and your hot lines and this and that. We don't. Not everybody listens to that. Not everybody's hearing that. I had to go back and listen to. That's why I went back to listen to Eminem's diss because I missed so much that I had to go back and go.
fuller.
Oh, I didn't even. M's. This is YSM.
But-
bro, that's
You're
cold.
still
This is
saying
why.
MGK's track was better.
And MGK
And he said less.
And he said less.
Fully less. I can't even think
but
of.
it was
I
dirt.
can't.
It
I
was
can't
'cause he
even
said
think.
dirt.
I can't even think of like a cold bar
I can't
from the
think of a
MGK.
cold bar either.
Like a cold bar. I
The
can't
hook,
think of one.
the hook was, bro. The hook was heavy.
Yeah, but what did he say?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So did G-Eazy.
What did he say?
G-Eazy said, "Let's talk about it."
No, but I don't know. I didn't listen to. I haven't heard G-Eazy's
Yeah, but
version.
when I say
G-Eazy cold, you know.
I haven't
bro.
heard-
that's
I
not
heard
that.
that.
Yeah, Jeezy's alright still, but like when I say like a cold bar, when I'm saying the hook was catchy.
Yeah.
it was catchy.
Yeah.
That had me singing along, and I love him, and then had me singing along to it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, what was the cold bars like? What did he say?
This is to obliterate your opponent, and I feel like MGK. What I said in the last episode, I said MGK's diss was proper jab. Yes, I do tell a lie. I do remember a vague bar from the MGK one. The last one we said he will fuck his daughter and will fuck his ex-wife. So I'm not being funny. I think M came back and was more bow. He was going for the machine gun Kelly. He was machine gunning Kelly,
Yeah, but it was a leg shot, my G.
But that was a headshot.
No.
That was a headshot.
So all right. If
MGK
all right,
has submitted. M
Wes.
had the ankle lock, the sharpshooter.
Wes.
He was crippler cross-facing that motherfucker.
Do you know that MGK has another diss for Eminem?
Does he?
And it's left. And why I tell you it didn't get buried because it's left the door open for you to do that.
If he comes,
Eminem has left the door open for MGK to
I agree.
reply.
if he,
I agree.
So that wasn't a kill shot, my G. It wasn't.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. MGK now, as you just said,
shouldn't
is
be.
making merchandise.
It
off
was
the shit.
brilliant. It was brilliant for MGK's
now
career.
is going on tour.
Brilliant.
MGK is on stage doing the diss and making P.
He's opening up for.
Yeah, but he
was opening up for who the other day?
He didn't get
Fall Out
booed. He
Boy.
didn't get
Opening
booed.
up for Fall Out
He's
Boy
opening
the
up
other
for
day.
Fall Boy.
And he
He's
got
opening up
booed
for
off
Fall-
stage when he
No,
was.
they're saying that was piped him.
Oh, is it? Yeah?
Yeah, there's
Is that
two
what they're
different
saying, yeah?
versions. There's two different videos, and someone's made a video with booing in it.
Fair
Sounds
enough.
piped
Fair
in.
enough.
Now that's some petty shit.
The original.
That's
then.
petty.
That is
haven't
petty
seen
shit.
the
I
That is
haven't
very
seen
petty
it
shit.
until I've seen it.
Whilst we're on the subject of, I mean, do you know what? We had this conversation last season as well, man.
Yeah.
Diss tracks are literally my favorite fucking thing going, right? I love
At the
the art of
moment.
I mean, it's so refreshing now, actually. It's very refreshing to hear artists actually battle and go bar for bar to see who's better.
Yeah.
So much better, man. I fucking love it. But do you know what's 5 years old? And this is going to make a lot of people in this room feel really old. Kendrick Lamar's Control verse is hit his
Sick.
5-year anniversary recently.
Sick.
And if you want to talk about
That's
something
flow.
that transformed the hip hop community in such a way where it turned on its head. It had people taking it serious. Like Joel Ortiz, he had a great diss back and he was really serious about it. Then you had people like Mac Miller. Mac Miller said a few sly things to
Rest in
Kendrick,
peace.
but they bumped into each other and he was like, do you know what? I got you on that one. I got you on that one because it's nice friendly competition. I think that Control verse was something else, man. It was outstanding.
One of the best verses I've ever heard. To be fair,
Don't. It was don't.
And the fact is, like, he had other artists on there, and I didn't really listen. In fact, tell a lie. Big Sean's verse was hot.
Big Sean's verse was hard.
Big Sean's verse was fire. When I
If it didn't
listened
have
back to
Kendrick on it, we would have talked about Big Sean's verse.
It was
About, like, verse of the year.
fire, but Kendrick said so
Kendrick's
much.
underrated.
Kendrick said so much
Yeah,
in
Big
his
Sean
verse.
is hard.
Yeah,
Big Sean's
was
mad.
hard.
Big Sean's good.
He
He's
said so
very
much. MGK, look at that, bro.
In your mouth.
Bruv,
Pause.
Kendrick had so much to say in that verse when he dissed. He told everybody, "I'm better than you, and I got bars for all of you, motherfuckers."
If anyone-
and anybody wants it, I'm here, and I'm the king of New York. When he said he's the king of New York, I was like, "Yo, this guy is going for the jugular." And the thing about it is, it's mad because Kendrick's such a credible lyrical artist. He's one of my favorites. Again, he might be top 3 for me, right? And no one amongst all the controversy that it built up, no one really questioned him for it. He's never really had, because they know
A backlash. There was
he's
no
never had back,
particular
because it's
backlash.
like rare.
He's not been challenged.
What can you say to that? What can you say to Kendrick? Kendrick
sure.
is a fucking boss. And it's mad. It's 5 years ago. It's
Like
crazy,
Kendrick,
man.
like if anyone has a spare 5 minutes, I suggest you hop onto YouTube and search for Genius's YouTube page and check out the Kendrick Lamar Control breakdown video. Because I tell you what, again, similar with the M thing, you go back and understand the context behind some of the stuff he says.
Yeah.
Fuck me, the guy's a genius, man.
Ah.
He was taking plays off of Jay bars and spinning it. The King of New York bar actually had a completely separate meaning to what we all thought it actually meant.
Right.
Like, and it was just so clever. Like the whole verse. Honestly, you got to spare. It's literally 4 minutes long. Go out and check it out. I'll post it in our fast food one because it's such worth a fucking watch, honestly.
And
But,
Wes, we haven't mentioned this, bro. R.I.P. Mac Miller, man.
I'd love to
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
that real quick,
RIP.
actually, because I mean, you know, a lot of people jump on this bandwagon thing, right? As soon as an artist dies, everyone decides they want to be a fan of him. I went to Mac Miller's show back when he dropped the Best Day Ever mixtape, one of my favorite mixtapes ever, always will be, man. And I tell you what, I have never seen. There's very few artists who can control an audience in such a way, right? Especially I feel like in rap. I seen Joe Budden live, had no control of the audience, unfortunately. But Mac Miller, he really had the audience in the palm of his hand. And I tell you what, although obviously at the time Donald Trump wasn't president, but this track used to go hard. When he dropped Best Day Ever and then dropped that Donald Trump track and then Knock Knock,
Hard.
boy, that place fucking went off. I had to go straight to the fucking back because there was no way I was getting in that front and getting rambled on by these crazy Mac Miller fans. Like, this guy has so much fucking potential. He's so good.
Yeah, he's
like
hard.
me and Pedro Songs, and shout out to Pedro. We're gonna have you on the next episode, hopefully, bro. We used to walk back from West Side Radio and used to spit bar for bar Mac's verse from the G track of his third album. Fuck, bruv. That guy was so talented, man. And it's the
Lost
first
album
artist
was
in a
good.
long time where I've sat there and gone, damn, like that is such a shame.
Yeah, man. It's
Such
crazy,
a shame,
man.
and the Emmys didn't even have the fucking decency.
Yeah, what was that
bloody
all about?
acknowledge him.
What was that all about?
So
Wes?
you know these all the award shows, be it the Emmys or the Grammys, or I think we do as well, the Brit Awards.
Yeah.
They have a little section where they pay tribute to those who have passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Now during the Emmys one, they pay tribute to a lot of musicians. So the Emmys is mainly around TV. So obviously there was a lot of TV
I
and a
missed
lot of
the
film
Emmys, man.
stars. It was nothing to write home about, to be fair. But they paid tribute to a few different singers and people like that, and they missed off Mac Miller. And a lot of people were quite a bit upset and a bit taken back by that, because why wouldn't you include a guy who has obviously done something for the culture? I think he has acted as well, so you know he's part of that realm.
Yeah.
Why don't you give the decency it deserves, man? And I still feel like maybe these national awards, these Grammys, these Emmys, etc.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they still fully understand or respect hip hop. I don't feel like they fully respect it.
I don't think they ever will.
I don't think they ever will. I think it's come a long way. Like Donald Glover getting Emmys, won 2 Emmys last year. Kendrick won a Grammy. See, there's been a few rappers. Macklemore's won a Grammy. So I mean, I think they do pay sometimes, but they just don't give it the time of day I feel like it deserves.
Who did what musicians did the Emmys?
I will search it. I have had a complete mind blank, to be honest.
Google.
I will Google it. What would you call it? Memorial,
Yeah,
28,
Memorial, something like
okay,
that.
come back to me. Hold that
Yeah.
thought, and I will come back to you on that.
Because I wasn't under the impression that the Emmys.
Oh, Aretha Franklin was one of them.
She would be. She would be.
Burt Reynolds
He would be.
Yeah,
He's an actor.
standard.
and Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, but what
He's
singers?
another one.
What other music artists? Because as far as I was aware, the Emmys wouldn't really.
Celebrate that.
Aretha Franklin didn't. Obviously, do you know what I mean?
She's been a movie star.
Yeah. That's it. But I wouldn't expect the Emmys to kind of the Grammys.
Wasn't David Cassidy a
Well, he did that as well.
Yeah, David Cassidy died a
That's
while ago.
mad.
I'm reading an article, to be honest with you, just to give me a little bit more, try and find some memoriam thing. And it does say here that actually Mac Miller had his own reality TV show which he produced called Mac Miller and the Most Dope Family. So I mean, he did dabble in TV. So I mean, I feel like maybe the Emmys should have
Should have got
wouldn't
some
hurt.
recognition.
It just wouldn't have hurt, right?
Yeah.
I just don't think it would have hurt anyone. I think it actually did more damage than good, them not obviously including him. But yeah, man, R.I.P. Mac Miller.
R.I.P., yeah.
Bump,
Rest
best
in
day
peace.
ever. Oh man, I was listening to it yesterday as I was driving back to drop my daughter off, and he's got a track on his Best Day Ever album that he dedicates to his mum. I tell you, man, listening to that now, all these years coming forward, man, like, it's hard. It's a hard fucking listen, man, because you got to remember these artists are all artists, and we see them obviously at face value. But these are people who have got families and that, man. It's always sad when we lose people.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's also crazy when you don't use condoms.
Them man there.
Raw, what a switch.
Them man there.
what a
that
change.
It's also
that
crazy
done.
when you don't use condoms.
We
It's
might have to
crazy.
get like a podcasty award for the craziest segue ever.
That was yeah.
It's crazy when you don't use condoms, man. Drake's being sued right now.
No, Drake's
No, Drake's suing.
No, he's suing. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
suing
he's
someone.
suing the gal.
Suing the gal because she said that he sexually assaulted her
You
or
said
something like
she
that.
said he raped her.
Drake, you
Did
need
he?
to put your willy away,
I
bro.
don't think
You're
he
getting
did.
yourself in big
bro,
trouble.
bro, I don't think he did.
And the
my
girl's
G.
But
supposedly she's pregnant.
Apparently,
She's not. It's fake allegations. Apparently,
Bro,
that's what he's suing her for.
alligator.
That's what he's suing her for.
She's a fake alligator. Have you seen her though? She's not even popping.
I don't know.
She's not nice.
I can't take her.
Girl,
I can't
mash
take
up.
her seriously because.
Ugh,
Do you know what?
why is
Yeah,
he grinding?
Drake. Do you know what? Yeah, Drake comes across though. Yeah, that he'll beat anything.
But I just
Bro, he's
when we
beat-
come today,
He's beat a lot
He's
of
got
things.
testosterone.
today
the road.
I found out what it was you that told me was about that him and that what's her name Bobby.
Okay, so right, basically,
Bobby Boucher.
I tell you
Bobby
what.
Millet.
I tell you what. I mean, I don't actually. I'm sitting on the fence with this one, right?
No,
But-
don't sit on the phone.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to.
No way.
Okay,
Decide.
I can see it. Let me explain what it is first, then I'll tell you why I'm sitting on the fence. So it's come out that Millie Bobby Brown, who is 11 out of Stranger Things, has been exchanging numerous text conversations and been speaking to Drake for quite a long time over text messaging.
Right.
Now, of course, Instagram and the crazy Twitterverse have completely obviously bombed this up as if it's some madness. Like Drake is bloody having sex with this girl and having flirty conversations.
Who's this other girl that he's going to a restaurant with all the time? She's like 19. Someone's daughter.
Oh, it's his new girlfriend apparently.
His new squeeze.
Apparently that's his latest squeeze.
19. She's 19 years old.
This Millie Bobby Brown thing.
14.
Now you see, she says he's given her like career
Lessons.
advice, trying to help her sort of.
He's
He's mentoring her, trying to help her like deal with the fame, and deal with the all of a sudden fame. But obviously other people are thinking different things.
No.
Trims. I don't know what that was.
Listen. Yeah, look. In this day and age,
That was Michael Jackson with arthritis with that.
in this day and age, yeah, this social media thing and how things can be perceived, that Drake is a fool.
Yeah.
Look, he's a
fool.
He's a fool. Look, when it comes to celebrity status and that, I'm a no one. Yeah, I would not be texting no 14-year-old telling her about how to. Whatever he was doing, I wouldn't be texting no 14-year-old.
No.
That's the end of it.
Yeah.
For no reason, unless they're my family and they're coming over to my house and they need directions.
Your niece?
Yeah, that's the end
Your
of
niece?
it. I'm not messaging no 14-year-old girl and saying, you should do this with your career. You should that's grooming,
Come
bro.
see me, I can help
come
you,
see. Look,
and we can talk
when are you
about
16?
it.
Oh, you're only 14 now. Okay, yeah, do this, do that. When she touches, no.
Mad.
No.
The biggest issue I have is the people around Drake. I mean, Drake might be doing this out of the goodness of his heart.
No,
and,
he's
God bless him if he is. But people around him, really, his representatives, really need to be pulling him aside, going, "Listen, bro, like." Not in this day and age, bro.
But
You
he
can't.
might be innocent.
I know it probably is.
Drake probably might even know the girl's mom, and she's a fan.
This is Bobby Millie Brown, bro. She is 11 in Stranger Things. If she needs career advice, she can get it. She does not need career.
She's getting it from Drake.
She doesn't need career advice from Drake, bro. She's 11 in Stranger Things. Is there anyone in here who has not seen Stranger Things?
Yeah,
I fucking
love
Is there anyone who hasn't seen it?
Stranger Things.
You haven't seen it? Watch it. And she's brilliant in it as well. She is brilliant in it as well. She's just doing a new Godzilla movie as well.
Wow, she's tearing.
She don't need.
Wait, is she ready to blow
up? She's blowing
She
up.
does
Hopefully not blowing Drake.
Oh Lord have mercy.
So basically,
I'm sorry.
so from what you're telling me, Drake's getting himself in a lot of trouble right now.
Listen, he just needs to relax himself, strap his willy up, and not text children.
But Drake's beating a lot of girls, and it's like, obviously, you're going to get a person or people who are going to try and extort you. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like extortion. She's not pregnant by him. He probably beat her, or he might not even have beat her. He might have moved to her.
Didn't they say that he got oral pleasures?
Yeah, but he's still,
He would have got his Oreos off. She sucked his biscuits, and that was that. She was good. That's because I'm looking at her. I'm looking upon her face, and I'm thinking.
But you know, but whatever's happened, she's felt some type of way about it, and now she wants money. She wants money.
But you know what? With them things, yeah. Do you know how easy it is for them to drop that?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's too easy. That's the problem. It's too easy these days for you to just be like, well, not you, not me, but women. Yeah. Some women. So let's get PC.
Yeah.
Some women.
That's fact.
You know what I mean? Before they come after me.
Bruv, we just started the podcast, man. Don't kill us, man. Women. We talk about women.
Yeah. Some. SOME. Some women, not all. Some women. Yeah. It's easy for them to be like, yeah, he raped me, or he did this, he did that, he did this. And you know what? Yeah, as a dude, like you really ain't got a leg to stand on sometimes. Like if you're there, if you're like, it's just you two, and it's a 50-50 thing, and she says you touched her and she didn't want to be touched, you're fucked. That's the be all and end all. That's the
considering with the whole Me Too thing that's still popping.
We've been speaking about it.
Listen, I was just about to say that. This is, I tell you what, you can tell this is becoming dangerous. When on pretty much 75% of our episodes there has actually been an altercation of some sort involving a woman making an allegation. Some have been true, but the majority have come out now to be false. So I mean,
Hence why he's suing her. Then.
hence why he's suing her, right?
Yep.
Hence why he is suing her.
Has she got shit?
I don't know.
Because how much peas this guy got about he's suing somebody?
Yeah, but still, if you're suing
So
her,
you let the girl suck your
I mean,
wood.
Drake, you a little
and
bit.
then after you muzzled her,
After you muzzle toughed her.
after the muzzle
Muzzle
toughed her, and then made her lick between
Oh, he's
your
Jewish
bum and
as
your
well. I
bum.
like that.
You get me? And then she said, lick Treasure Island. You're gonna say, I want your pee as well now.
Yeah.
Give me
Rags.
that.
Yeah,
Whatever
you got
you
to strap
got.
up. Drake got to strap up, man. If you are
Yeah, he's
beating
gotta
that,
be responsible.
you got to be responsible, man. Like it feels good and all of that, bruv. I know it does, but you know, it's
His voice.
you know. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to, well, I would say build your career, but if you're trying to maintain your career, you're gonna have to put yourself in these situations, bruv. Like
I think
it's crazy. Did you see what I posted to you lot just before we came about Kanye West talking about the whole Drake
Oh yeah, I
situation?
mentioned this to Dan whilst we were waiting for you. That's I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to this new album, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking
yeah,
forward
but
to
which
it.
one? He said he's doing a couple.
Yeah,
He's doing
a few.
good ass job.
Yeah.
Is that for Chance or with Chance?
He's going to do one with Charts.
With Chance.
Yeah, he's doing one with Charts.
Kanye
And he said
and
he's doing.
Chance.
And he said
I'm here
he's
for
doing
that.
one on his own as well.
Yeah, that comes out the end of is the end of next Friday.
It's next
I
Friday.
think it might be next
What
Friday.
already?
I think it might be next Friday.
He works. I don't care what. He just finished doing 5 albums.
Yeah.
Maintain.
He's finished doing
I'm
5
so sorry.
I'm not.
But Kanye is one of the best.
He's one of the best.
Artists, not rapper. He's one of the best artists
Yeah,
of this
definitely.
generation.
Definitely.
This man
It hurts
is
maintain
madness.
that. It hurts maintain that he can't listen to him.
Do you know Maintain turned down
Oh.
3 pair of Yeezys?
It's dumb, and he didn't give any. And he didn't
You know
think
why?
about
If he saw
us.
that and she was ready to fly to Uganda
And he was
box
so
him.
he was so selfish about it. He didn't think, rare. Maybe the boys might have
Innit?
wanted
That's
it.
what I'm saying. That's what Sammy said.
I fuck with Ye.
That's what she says about
I
it as
fuck
well.
with Ye, bruv. Just because
He's
you know,
heavy.
bruv. Just bring
He's
the shit.
heavy.
Bruv, he's
I'm
doing.
sorry. When I look back at the 5 albums that he
catalogue.
put out, I'm thinking about how many didn't resonate with me, and I think maybe 2 or 3 that were on Kids See Ghost album.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, I was fully satisfied with it.
His discography is untouched.
I think for me, is the best project is late is Pablo.
Well, I mean, do you know what?
For me, what is it? Yay?
Are we saying of late?
Of like in
Of
the last,
late or
in the
just
last
the last
couple, like in the last, like I didn't like what was the one before that?
Before Pablo, Life of Pablo.
The dark one, the really dark.
Dark
one.
Twisted Fantasy.
yeah.
No,
No, Jesus.
Jesus didn't like that.
that was a
cold,
bit- it
man. I
sounded a bit
like
demonic.
that
I
one.
did like that
man.
album.
Do you know what?
It's not that I didn't like
this
it,
is
but I didn't
fucking
listen to it
brilliant.
much.
you know?
I like Jesus.
This is
man. I like that
fantastic,
one,
and
man.
this is the same thing where we spoke
Taste.
about. Tell you what, this is fantastic. We are doing so fucking well with this podcast. I got to congratulate
I
every
really
single
love
one of
it.
you
I wanna
because our
cheat
continuity is on fucking point. Last week we said had this exact same conversation about Eminem and Jay-Z. Now and Nas. Now we're having it about Kanye. The fact that every single one of us would pick a different Kanye album and say it's good proves his fucking legacy, right?
Yeah.
I think AOA and Heartbreaks was good.
I think that was. A
I
good
didn't
album.
like that one.
I think College
That was-
Dropout is the most fantastic piece
Yeah,
of
yeah,
work
yeah.
of the last
That's
20,
Yeah, that
30
was cold.
years.
College
College
Dropout
Dropout
and Late Registration's cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
mad. Graduation, I feel like it
Because
missed
there's
off
nothing like
touch.
it.
2 classics.
But he
back
always,
to back.
every album he puts out is never like another album in the culture at the time.
And
very
they all
different.
do sound different
Nah,
as well.
He's
Yeah,
groundbreaking.
He
does.
sets the he opens the gate.
Yeah.
He opens the gate for another new wave of the same type of sound.
Yeah.
He's such a forward thinker. Like and he says it himself. He's such a free thinker.
Jay
and I think
rates
we
him
can
for
all-
that as well.
Yeah, he
Hell yeah, Jay rates him for that, man.
But then he did put out there that he's doing a Throne 2. And you know that,
How reliable is that source?
and we don't know.
Do you know what I'm a little bit concerned about though? Is the fact that the same day or might have been the day after he said about the Throne 2, he was in the studio with Tekashi 6ix9ine and I nearly had a heart attack.
Oh, you're not feeling Takeshi?
Nah, do you know what? I played one of his songs last season actually.
Which one?
Shit, man, I don't remember it, man. It's the one where he goes pop 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 like he
Billy,
does that in most of
Billy.
these songs. Which one? Billy. Yes. Yeah, Billy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see. I quite like that. I quite like that song, but I don't rate him overall. Really, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
He's not. He
he's
doesn't.
not-
He hasn't done enough for me to.
He's not a like. But I'll go on record. I like Takeshi 6ix9ine. I listen to him, bro. I like his tunes, as in they're headbangers.
Yeah.
Like they're just like
They're very
Yeah,
angry.
You know, like
They get you. They
get your head moving.
It's aggressive.
Yeah,
You get amped.
Yeah, amped. He's
He
not a
has
good-
potential.
He's not like
He's not a spitter.
a great lyricist like
Nah.
we're talking about. But
You see,
he know
right,
he's
right.
But he has
He's-
potential to
right,
be like.
and can you see?
yeah,
that-
but he's got the formula for
Dan.
what. Yeah, go on.
I just hold the thought.
Yeah,
You see what I'm talking about when we have so different versions of what we feel as lyrical, not lyrical,
As fans.
wave, not wave, sounds, not sounds. You like that, but you don't. It's like we touched on it before, where the mumble rap sound is very basic, other than the music, right?
So you're saying that,
and then
Tekashi
and then you
6ix9ine
say Tekashi 6ix9ine ain't lyrical, but you can feel
Yeah,
the
but-
energy. You
but-
can there's the energy
Yeah.
that you get from his records. You understand
But
why.
the big thing with it,
Yeah.
I can understand what he's saying.
Right.
That's
gonna say, is he
the
mumble
thing.
rap?
He's not a mumble.
He's not a mumble rap,
No.
but
I can understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
You know
Not
what?
that-
Yeah, do you know what? Dan's hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Dan? I don't know if you agree with this or not, but I feel like Tekashi. The thing that I like about him is that I feel like he actually has quite a lot of potential about him. I feel like he can.
Yeah, but he's got charisma. It's him as a
he has an
person,
MO,
as a
you know, like
personality.
MOP?
Yeah.
Like MOP, yeah.
Yeah, but MOP, man.
No, not
that's-
MOP. I'm
that's-
another kettle of fish.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the whole he's anti-up
Yeah,
rap.
Yeah.
Like
It's
he
Onyx.
has that.
It's like Onyx, man. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Onyx.
he's very
Onyx,
honest. He's
oh
very
my
sticky
God.
fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Onyx.
Onyx. I wouldn't say sticky fingers. I would say more Fredro.
Fredro, more
Fredro.
Fredro, more
Yeah,
Fredro.
yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Sticky's absolutely-
Sticky's with a monster.
Sticky's a bit.
Bro, say what?
Takeshi,
What the fuck with him?
I like Takeshi, bro.
Yeah.
I can't deny, bro.
I haven't listened to him enough.
I like his potential. I don't think I like
I
him.
haven't listened to one track.
serious.
I haven't listened
Not
to him
one.
enough.
I like his potential. I don't think I like him.
Yeah, he's this. I don't know what is going on with him as
As a
a like,
person.
as a person, but to be honest, his Instagram is funny as
People
fuck.
like him.
His,
And
like,
he
his,
got
his
some
Instagram is fucking hilarious, bro.
But this guy,
He
bro.
does funny
But
stuff.
listen, this guy, he's back.
Let's pray for the people that we just lost.
Oh,
Swizzy.
the Wizzy.
Hey, I tell you what, yeah, this man is insane.
Come on.
Lil Wayne.
Weezy.
I can't wait for that
Weezy,
Carter
yeah?
5, by the way. That Carter 5, I'm telling you, soon.
What's that?
Carter 5,
That's
I'm telling you.
bad.
I said it earlier in the week, but I'm going to change my
track's
date.
bad.
I think it's either going to drop tomorrow or it's going to drop over the next fortnight.
What, Carter 5?
Yeah. I'm saying tomorrow.
Before Swizz Beats' his album.
Yeah. I reckon
Swizz Beats' album's due.
Just-
when
Swizz Beatz
Swizz's
album coming out
album's
soon.
release date.
I still to this day I don't know, but if he's dropped the
track
single
list.
and his track list is out, I'm feeling like in the morning that shit's gonna be on road.
Or next week.
It's
Think
got
to be to-
it's one of the two.
I'm not
Friday.
quite sure. Actually, I'm not quite sure, but
I'm not sure.
I do think the Carter 5 will drop out literally out of the blue. It'll come out of the sky.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
all
excited.
his albums are now.
Yeah.
Swizzy's album's gonna be insane.
Bruv, have you seen who's on it, bro?
Yes.
Salute to Gigs.
Trust.
Gigs.
Salute to Gigs, man.
Thank you.
Telling you.
Gigs.
Salute to Gigs, man.
Gigler.
Gigs, like for Gigs to be on that album, man. That just says it all for me, man. Like, I'm just, my job is done. Like, that's full representation right there, man.
Gigs is
We've-
proper,
That's
been-
that's my rapper, bro.
But
Yeah.
But Gigs is from Hollow Man days,
From
bro.
de-
From
from-
Hollow Man days.
Oh,
SN1 back in the
Boy,
day,
he
bro.
has aged like fucking
man.
wine.
Bro,
His
he's-
flow has just got. I tell you what, I love his flow now.
No, Gigs is.
I
Gigs is
love
something
his
else,
flow
man.
now. Before it was cool, it was a nice little rider music.
Yeah.
But now
He's
his
found
flows,
a lane
found his
with it.
voice. He's
found a
definitely
lane.
found his voice.
So you got on the album. You got Lil Wayne, which we've just heard. You've got Gigs. He's got a tune with Gigs. He's got a record with Kendrick Lamar, Jadakiss, and Styles P.
That's
off.
disgusting.
You know, there's a girl on the album as well. She's from UK, bro. She's doing a spoken word thing on one of his things.
Annie Zion.
I think maybe
Anna Zion.
something like that.
It's the
I think
first
she's at the
record.
top. She's at the
She's
top.
at the
First record. Yeah,
first
she's
record.
British.
Jim
She's-
Jones is on the album.
Jimmy.
Jimmy's on the
Oh,
album.
God,
man.
he got Jimmy.
Bro, that's because Dipset are back, baby.
Okay,
I love
okay.
the Dipset.
I
You
seen
know
that
when
track
Dipset
list.
and D Block was head to head. Oh my god.
Bruv, Nas is on the album. Nas is on the album, bro.
Can you imagine?
Hold on a minute.
Can you
Pusha
imagine?
T has his own record on
This
the
is
album.
nostalgia.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Let's do this.
Man's got the swaggy and the
Yo,
baggy.
Young Thug is on the album.
Okay.
Well, you can't.
Here
you
we
can't,
go.
No, he
well,
didn't
you
have
can't
it, though. I don't care what no one says.
Here we go.
I bet the beat's heavy.
Your mumble rappers on there.
Yeah, because we're just going to be listening to the beat. We're just going to be listening to Swizz.
Look, at the end of the day, yeah.
Swizzy is one of arguably the best producers ever to come out.
Without a doubt.
Swizz, listen, you got
When
Young
did it
Thug
all
in the
start,
album.
though?
Michael Jordan still played for Magic. Do you know what I mean? You can't be perfect. Okay?
2 Chainz is on the album.
Sick.
Chainz?
Love 2 Chainz.
And it's co-produced by J. Cole.
That's weird.
Executive
Cole.
produced.
Now that's a surprise.
That's it,
Wow.
bruv. Just as soon as it dropped, bruv, I waited for Pistol on my side because I'm following Swizz, and he tweeted, "Look, to midnight," and obviously we're 6 hours ahead of him.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, as soon as I wake up in the morning,
It's gonna be dead.
That's the first thing I'm drawing for." And as soon as I woke up, no doubt, Pistol on my side was there. That's been my soundtrack the whole week.
As soon as Pistol on My Side dropped, G drawn straight for the Vaseline on his side. He was
Bruv,
he was mad
bruv,
excited.
bruv, Wes.
Our group chat fucking popped.
Bez, literally, my pistol was on my side.
Bro, if your pistol was on your side, you need to go see a goddamn doctor,
Bruv, I
bro.
laughed with that shit right up, bruv, and it was on my side, bruv. Ready.
Great track.
I'm
Great
glad
track.
Weezy's back, man, because
happy.
Weezy was about. He's discovered all these people as well, man.
Yeah.
Drake,
Drake,
Nicki.
yeah.
What's that? With Tiger as well.
Tiger.
Yeah. Even Tiger's not even about really that much, but he's still dropping tunes. But Weezy was there, man, for
Yeah.
YMCMB, man. He was
Yeah.
there. He deserves better
And
than
it's
this,
his,
man.
innit?
Yeah.
And him and Baby
And he
have
Owns
made
it now.
Yeah.
Owns
Yeah.
100% now.
He owns it.
Him and Baby have made up now. He's paid him his money. He's paying him his money or something.
wonder if
like
they
that. So
kissed.
he's- they've kissed
Again.
I wonder if
they've
they kissed again.
Yeah, that whole weirdy situation. I don't
Baby's
know what
weird,
that
man.
was.
So, hey, what now? So, Champions League back. We got the Champions League back. I'm so gassed.
Yeah, I hope football's happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you mean
very-
Champions League?
I'm very
Them man are
happy.
the same, innit? Them man are
Nah, he's not the same.
Yeah.
He is not the
He's
same.
not the same.
He is not the same.
Bruv,
Because
bruv, you're starting to see a pattern.
he is
Hi,
not the same.
hi, Daniel. I don't think we've met.
He is not the same. He is not the same. I am a Chelsea fan.
Right.
Yeah? And before anyone
Right.
says anything, I got my blood uncle on my left hand side who can confirm.
Pastor Dutchy.
Who can confirm that I've been a Chelsea fan since young, but
We got
can you
pictures,
confirm
we
it?
got
Can you
pictures,
confirm it,
yeah,
please,
I can,
Uncle
I can,
Adrian?
I can.
Can you confirm it?
I can.
Right. So pre-Abramovich, no one knew who Abramovich was when
Right.
I was
Nah,
supporting
he
Chelsea.
had the
yeah?
Coors kit.
Cause.
Coors
on it.
I've been supporting Chelsea since Glenn Hoddle.
Oh, you've been on it?
That's when I supported Chelsea.
Real
What's
talk.
that?
I was watching
2000.
I was watching something on the fast food podcast video, and I see Wesley. I see him with the Chelsea top on the top. I'm like,
And you was
"Yo,
like, this is
I'm
my
like,
idol."
Yo, Wes,
Idols become rivals.
Oh, so yo, we're both Chelsea fans. He's like, I'm not even really a Chelsea fan, you know. Like this, that. Who was it? Who was it? West Ham, Wimbledon. Who was
AFC
it?
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
Can I please just explain? So okay, you've been
we go.
a Chelsea
Soon as you
fan since
explain.
Glenn Hoddle.
Since Glenn Hoddle.
Absolutely fine. Do you mind if I ask how old you are then?
I'm 30.
Okay, cool. So I'm 27, so roughly around the same time. So I used to have a season ticket from when Vialli took over.
Yeah.
So I've had a season ticket since then. Stopped the season ticket 2 years ago, and then I used to use Ray Wilkins' season ticket to go to matches that he didn't go to. So
Rest
I
in
still
peace.
consistently
Rest in
been
peace,
going to Chelsea games, right? Now, my thing with AFC Wimbledon, right, is that my dad was an AFC, is a Wimbledon fan. I used to have a season ticket for Selhurst Park as well. And when I saw the madness go down
Selhurst Park
after,
is
Crystal Palace.
no, it was Wimbledon.
It was.
Wimbledon.
Yeah, it
as well.
was.
Used to
Okay.
share the ground.
There's about a
But
fiver for
when
the
the madness happened, where the owner of Wimbledon decided he was going to sell the Wimbledon brand to
yeah.
Milton Keynes,
Real talk.
I witnessed firsthand being there on the last game in that stadium as Wimbledon, the absolute madness, chaos, and unity of fans.
Right.
And that enticed me, man. That did entice
So
me.
you jumped from
And-
Chelsea to.
I just felt the passion. I really felt it, man. And I've been going to AFC Wimbledon since.
Yeah.
and
They went
do you know what, man?
grassroots, you know?
Yeah, they did.
And
They
I
did.
actually
They
went
did.
grassroots.
I really
And
don't want to
I
burst.
appreciate it.
I don't want to burst both your bubbles, but we're talking about the Champions League, and none of you lot.
And none of you in that bumper
Both
club.
teams ain't in it. So, Champions League is back.
Yay!
Listen, he shuts down. We're
Champions
Chelsea's
League is
struggling at
back.
the top of the league. We're struggling to even stay in the division.
Champions League is back, yo, and it was a good week because obviously being me and Trim are Liverpool fans, we
Strict.
dealt with PSG righteously.
I hear you played very well.
No, we dealt with them, and the thing about it is that we started Daniel Sturridge right? And obviously he's been AWOL for a good 2-3 seasons, maybe even longer. That last good season was when Suarez was in the team.
Yeah.
That was his last good season.
But
he's just back to fitness, and he started because obviously Firmino got he got an eye jab.
Joke in his eye.
Vertonghen gave him an eye jab.
He got
in the Tottenham game.
Oh, is that what it's
Is that what this whole eye thing's about?
He got a bruv.
I'm wondering why you
see his
suckers are walking
finger
around
in
with
his
it.
eye.
The match before, the match before, we went Wembley
still scored
and dealt with
with
Tottenham. We went Wembley and dealt with Tottenham.
Spuds.
But anyway, there was some casualties, and Firmino was one of them. Eye jab. Couldn't start, and obviously getting the all clear from the eye doctors. Sturridge has to start for us, but we were all over PSG. Like, to be fair, like, I respect PSG as a team. They're a
They got
cold team.
stars.
You got Neymar, you got Mbappe, and you got Cavani up
Thiago.
front. That's a dangerous team. But I felt like the French league ain't great. PSG have a pattern of getting to only a certain point in the Champions League when they get to play top teams.
Yeah.
As soon as they play a top team, they usually
Come on,
get
stop.
taken out.
Yeah.
So
They're always the
Anfield,
bridesmaid.
and you know Anfield is a fortress at the moment for us. So
Long may it
bruv,
last.
bottom line is we dealt with them. City lost.
Did they?
City lost. City lost to Leon.
I heard Ronaldo cried like a bitch.
Ronaldo.
I heard Ronaldo.
Yeah, but he likes to
sulked.
put his hand on people.
Bruv,
What happened? Like, no one could tell me. No one could tell me probably.
So
what
basically,
It was off the ball or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Basically, in the game, I can't remember how many minutes into the game, but
30 or something.
There was a tackle or one of the players. Who did they play? Roma.
I don't know.
they played-
Valencia.
You play right. So
Dunno.
anyway,
Google.
they played.
Valencia.
Who they were playing anyway? There was an incident off the ball, and then 2-2s. The referee's running around going, "What's happened? What's happened?" Second referee's gone, violated. Boom. Boom. Ronaldo's got sent off, red card. Ronaldo's doing all sorts of heroics, crying, can't believe this is happening to me, walking off slowly. Bruv, get off, bruv.
Did he blatantly?
Bruv, so when
match
in
him?
the replay, he basically almost pulls the Bray's hair, kind of grips him.
Nah,
It was.
I wouldn't say that sounds a bit dramatic.
What did you
but he
see? What did you see, Trim?
It looks
What
like
did you
he
see?
taps him up in his head. You know when you get
It wasn't
tap up
a-
in your
it
head.
wasn't a tap,
He
bruv.
didn't grab no hair because the guy.
Bruv, it was, bruv. I'll show you the footage, bruv.
But
It-
regardless,
you know,
that's
like,
still- that's still a red card, though, right?
You know like when you crane somebody's head top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you-
like that. But he doesn't.
And
grab
it was
the
like
hair.
it was almost like a.
He was pissed off because he tried to make out that
but
the
you can't
foul
do
was
that.
worse than it was.
You can't do that. And so I think it was harsh. I think it was harsh. I think
it was a yellow.
I think it was a yellow, but not a red. Anyway, that was the drama with that. Then who else played? Man United beat
Young boys. That's
Young
nothing.
Boys. They dealt with that.
I see that Pogba penalty. Man was.
Tottenham took another L.
Why they lose again?
They lost it into
keep
Milan.
Losing. They got Brighton coming. They better be on.
They
point.
better be brighter.
They better be bright.
They better be brighter.
They're gonna-
But
That is
yeah,
the
man.
worst joke I've ever heard.
I'm
was
happy
bad.
the Champions League is back and it's in full effect. It's good. It's a good look.
Well, Chelsea
gas.
won today as well.
Did they win?
Yeah, we won. Yeah.
Did Arsenal win today?
1-0.
Arsenal win
I
today.
don't care
Who did
about
you
Arsenal. I
play?
don't know.
Who did you play?
I can't even remember what they're
Sit
called.
there.
How about that? I just know we won.
You won.
We won. That's
Sure.
it.
AFC Wimbledon didn't play, but if we did play, we
You would
probably
have won.
lost. I don't think we've won a game this season, actually.
Serious.
Bruv, no one
Yeah.
cares, bro.
I don't think we won a game this
No
season.
one cares, bruv.
I care.
Bruv, let's talk about new
Well,
releases, man.
Paco, bruv.
Let me talk about real new releases, bruv. What's going on?
Can we kick off this new releases?
go.
Because last week was a fucking madness.
Talk to me.
There has been some incredible music, and I hope Trim mentions it. So Trim,
Yeah, we got some bits. We got
Kick
some
it
bits
off,
here.
bro.
If I'm being honest, I'm gonna start with a couple singles. If I'm being honest.
Talk to me.
So we got an artist. I don't know if you've heard of him called UFO Phoebe. I've mentioned him on the show before.
Yeah, I
and he's
remember you
got a
mentioned.
single called Wu Tang for the Children.
oh yeah, that sounds good.
Wu Tang for the
It
children.
is Wu
Tang.
Wu Tang.
Wu Tang.
Jesus.
Jesus.
He's also known for there was a track that he did called Wraith with Fat Joe, which was popping. Also, Lady Lisha,
Yeah.
Or Alicia.
Alicia, yeah, her track called Black Madonna. Don't know if you has anybody heard it.
I'm not a fan, so
Black Madonna.
She's good. Come
I'm
on.
not a fan of Alicia. Just
Nah, bad. going into the albums. First and foremost, I got to talk about man like Gets.
Oh my days!
I haven't. I've
listen.
just
If
started
you
to
haven't,
listen.
it's
I
a disrespect. Whatever you haven't done is a disrespect.
I've
And the
just
reason
started to
why-
bang it. I've just
Let me just say,
started to get into it.
Huge.
My man is seriously defo working on his pen game.
Really?
I am not lying. Seriously, it's
Really?
like he's fully committed to this craft. He's put some
amazing.
serious work into this project.
Amazing.
And you can
It's
hear the
good.
growth as well. with him as well.
Man, he's
Proper
living
growth,
it.
like,
He's living
it's almost, remember back in the day, yeah, you used to listen to Gets and be like, that's it, like Destruction of Eiffel
He's
Tower, for
more just an
example.
MC.
You
He was
literally want
an
to go
MC.
out and literally punch windows and shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Now
he
you
gets you
kind of
out.
want to like fit windows.
Right.
Like,
He's just come back. He just finished shooting a movie as well. You know,
Yeah?
like the
Yeah.
intent. The intent too.
That's right.
He
That's
just
right. I've
finished
seen
shooting a
stuff.
movie.
I've seen posters and stuff.
Second,
So,
yeah.
doing his
so
thing.
the album's called Ghetto Gospel, the New Testament, and standout tracks. Normally, you know me for like being able to put out maybe 2 or 3 tracks that stand out, but for me, there's a track called Caution. Pick Up the Phone. It's stupid.
President T.
President
oh
T,
my
man.
goodness, that
Oh.
tune is ridiculous.
They've got a track called London where he's shouting out different like northwest, east, south.
Yeah, that's a big
I know
tune.
that, which is another big tune. Can't even lie. Purple Sky with Wretch.
Sick.
Big tune
That's
as well.
it.
Yeah.
And the thing is that on the album, like, so you've got your nostalgic grime tracks, but he's also kind of incorporated the more musical side of it. So some of it's a little bit, I wouldn't say, I don't know if I could say R&B, but there's, he's got a choir in there, and it's way more musical. And I rate it 100%. He's got a track with Danae called Preach,
Big
which
tune.
is sick. And then also he's got a track called Black Rose where he kind of addresses, his complexion and, like colour and stuff like that.
Right.
And that one's featuring Koji Radical.
Cool.
Next, again, another grime artist, another Don, another legend in the game. We're talking about D-double-E. Jackum.
Dirty T
That's
T.
wait.
Shout out to
Big
DWE.
album.
That is my G.
Yeah,
That is
come
my
on
G.
now.
I've done sets with that dude, and it's always been a pleasure.
Bro.
I've done records with that dude.
Let me just
It's always
explain
been a
what's really
pleasure,
good.
man.
He's been doing his
He's been the
duty.
same.
He's done his
He's
duty.
the same, man.
On this album,
Yeah.
he's done his duty.
Yeah.
He's worked hard. So there's a track on there called Flatmate. I don't know if has anyone heard the album?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
so
my
talk
gym.
about Nang.
It's my gym thing, bruv. That's what I did to the
Talking
gym.
about Nang featuring Skepta.
Hard.
Come
Pause.
on.
Pause.
Back then.
Hard.
Schooling.
Bruv, the whole.
All of those tracks. all
The
brought-
project
like I
is
said,
fire, bruv.
And it's been a great week for our UK artists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bruv.
It's been a great week. Like, come on, those albums been put out crazy, man. So yeah, big shout. He's also got another. Yeah, I don't even need to say no more, man. That's me, man.
So we got Wale dropping.
Wale's dropped.
Wale dropped.
Wale dropped
Wale's
today.
dropped.
No, Wale dropped last Friday.
He
Two
dropped last Friday.
projects.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he's got two projects.
He's got two projects.
So he dropped-
One project,
He dropped free lunch.
Free Lunch, which is an
Any good?
EP.
Any
It's
good?
cool. It's cool. It's
three tracks on there
Wale.
that are bad.
It's Wale.
Yeah.
It's
last three tracks
What you
on-
expect?
Is he still MMG?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's still MMG. The guy's album who I want to mention, man, because I said it last episode, the day before it dropped, that it was going to be fire, and once again, Wezzy was correct, like always. Hold tight, G. It was fire. The Russ album.
The
Russ.
Yeah. I haven't heard it
It's
yet. I haven't heard it yet.
Fucking, I tell you what, yeah. When you got an artist that you remember exactly where you were,
Yeah.
and who introduced you to their music, you know there's something special. Okay,
Yeah.
So with Russ, I was sitting on a sun lounger in Mallorca, and Sammy texted me just before we were together, saying that you need to check this Russ guy out.
Right.
G.
I tell you what, man, shit changed.
Real
my-
talk.
This
Where was
artist's
you? Where did
album.
you say you was?
Mallorca.
So like the water.
Water in Mallorca.
In Mallorca.
I was near the water in Mallorca.
It
Ain't
don't
like
taste like what it oughta.
Water.
Hey, tell you what, when she pinged over this Russ track to me, man, I knew that. I tell you what,
you were in.
wifey material, and I'm marrying that shit straight up. But his album Zoo, he's got a track called The Flute Song, which was the first
At the
single that dropped a
start,
few
yeah.
months ago.
Start,
The first track in the album,
Yeah,
produced
can't
by
lie.
Scott Storch.
Yeah, big up, big up.
The rest of the album, he's got a track called Parkstone Drive, which has the old Sting sample. You know, that classic guitar Sting sample.
Right,
man.
right.
Madness. You should find the track actually, G, and play it, because a lot of people will remember that and go, "Oh shit, I remember that." Just the whole album is just brilliant, man. He's got
Brilliant.
It's a brilliant album. It's one of the top albums of the year for me. He's got a track with Rick Ross and Snoop on the
Okay.
same track.
Okay.
Which is a real it's a real
That
just
must be
nice. It's just a vibey track,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Vibey. Obviously, he produced the whole thing, because if you didn't know, Russ produces all his own stuff. I don't know if he's ever mentioned that before.
Yeah, he does. He mentions
yeah,
a lot of
he
stuff.
yeah.
He's
I
in,
don't know if
he's
he's
in a
ever
lot
said
of
that
controversy at the moment.
He's in a lot of trouble
But
at the
I
moment.
do need to get into him. I had mixed views on Russ just because of what I heard through social media with his attitude and things of that nature. But I have seen interview. I did watch the Breakfast Club interview, and that did change
What did
my
you
opinion.
think?
It changed my opinion on
It did
him.
I need
me
to
a little
watch
bit
it.
as well.
It did. I just felt like sometimes when you're not even into an artist and then you hear what they're up to, it even makes it worse for you to try and dig in the crate and go and look for them. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where, because it's like, okay, you know what I mean? I need some incentive to go check him out. And when I did watch the interview, it changed my view on him, and I definitely want to listen to it. Have you heard the Black album? Have you heard Black's album?
Bad.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Bad.
Oh my
I was
God.
going to talk about it, but I had so much other shit.
God,
so it was like-
that is at the moment, that and Pistol on My Side, as I mentioned, is just my soundtrack for the whole team.
I overheard it being played, and I tell you
His
what,
album's dope,
it's
bro.
cool, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
sounds
chilled,
good.
man. It's a vibe. It's a sick vibe. I wasn't into him. I wasn't into him, and I've got to now go back because he's had an album out before. So now I'm gonna go back because everyone's talking about, if you're feeling this, go and listen to his first project.
Yeah.
It's really good. So I'm gonna check that out. And who else have I been listening to at the moment? Yeah, that's pretty much
that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
Chip's
there's-
dropping tomorrow.
Who's dropping tomorrow?
Yeah, that's
Chip's
gonna
dropping
be crazy.
tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Apparently, I've heard his album's going to be very good. Actually.
Yeah, I'm looking
I've heard
forward
it.
to
The
that.
Black, the Black album, sorry guys.
Dizzy dropped.
Dizzy dropped.
Yeah.
Dropped an EP, wasn't it?
Was it an EP?
Yeah, it's an EP and it's called "Don't Gas Me."
Right.
It's alright, but it's kind of, you got some of your there's a sample on there with old drum and bass. I can't remember the track. Can't remember the sample that he used, but and there's a track on. There's a sick track with Skepta on there as well.
Yeah, that
which
was
is
the
tidy.
one. That was the one we. Yeah, that was the one that sort of stood out to everyone, wasn't it? Yeah, man. I mean,
Black's album's
New
called
music's
East
wicked, man.
Atlanta Love Letter.
Yeah,
yeah, great album, man.
Mm.
Great album. Now, but I'm looking forward to what's going to come tomorrow. In case you haven't seen what we do, then hit up the Instagrams. On the Instagrams tomorrow morning, I will be updating both of our Spotify playlists. So they're both called The Drive Through. So just search them.
Yeah.
Drive Through spelled THRU. Search them both on your Spotify search engine. One of them is called The Spot, which covers all your hip hop, and the other one's called Soul Food, which covers all your R&B and your soul and your more light-hearted music. I'm going to switch it up tomorrow. Anything that I find that is good across all genres will be on Soul Food.
Cool.
Right?
Wicked.
Cool. Is everyone happy?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
We're friends.
I want to, bro, come on,
We're
bro.
friends, right?
He's still thinking
fuck you,
about
bro.
it.
Still
Bro,
thinking
I
Hey,
ain't
listen,
got-
it's
I ain't
just
got
a
time for that.
conclusion.
Why don't
man.
you lot just
Ain't
put
nobody
on
got
some
time for
gloves
that.
It's the conclusion.
and crack on?
God damn it.
Just put on the
man.
pads.
I don't do no violence, man. I don't do no violence.
You look like you wanted to
So
do
listen, I
something.
want to do some shout outs because I always forget to do this.
All right, let's bring it
Well,
up.
Shout out to my boy Niels from Rotterdam. A good Donny I met on holiday, listens to the podcast regularly, and I always forget to shout him out. Shout out to him. Also, shout out to the Copology gang, all my Blue, bruv, Junior, LL Cool J, Adrian, big him up. Steph, shout out to you. All the man them in my group, bruv. I keep
Lee
forgetting-
Grizz.
Lee Grizz, shout out to you. Big up to Lee Grizz, my G. Big up to the man them locked in. Listen,
He sounded like he was literally.
I'm on the I'm on
I
the
could have
radio
put Link
right
Up
now.
TV.
This is my team.
behind him, and that would have been a Link Up TV street
that was my
fucking
MTV
freestyle.
vibe. But listen, shout out to everybody locked in. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
This is a Fast Food podcast. Dan, Blessings for coming through.
No worries.
Dan, would you like to do your plugs quick?
Yeah, just let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah, so I just want to plug my retro night. It's good to that. Yeah, Unwind Retro, 28th of September, next week Friday. Come there. Yeah,
where's that going to be?
It's going to be in West Bank, Labrador Grove, Portobello Market, right near there.
What's the nearest train station?
Labrador Grove. It's literally 30 seconds walk there. So you're gonna have like PlayStation, Super Nintendo, Sega Mega Drive. Gonna have Tekken competitions, Street Fighter competitions, table tennis, beer pong, darts.
I've already got the tickets.
What's the ticket? Why have I got tickets, man?
I've got tickets.
I said it in the chat, man. What are you talking about? You know, it's too busy arguing with each other to notice about the.
No, I noticed.
So why would you just shouting on the mic?
You man are coming,
Dan just sat there, bro, and just dropped.
You man are coming, bro.
Big up to Dan. Big up to Dan, because when I put a clip of me playing Crash Bandicoot on my Insta story, Dan messaged me straight away. It was like, "Well, you want that, man? Just continue to plug retro."
So basically, you redeemed yourself from him because of the Chelsea shake.
Nah, that's unredeemable in my eyes.
You have no
because of the Chelsea shake. You got redeemed by the Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Banderas.
Right, you look a rascal, Clark.
Listen, when Spiral comes out, we'll see who completes it first.
Jeez. All right. Do you know what? I went to the event last time and they were doing Limbo.
Bruv, did you limbo?
Bare food.
Was you limbo in?
Bruv, I'm watching them do the bumper
the jeans that you're wearing, bruv, you can't limbo in them jeans,
Can you bumper clock limbo?
Bruv, I've never tried to, bruv.
There's limbo at the next event.
There you go.
There's limbo there.
We need to film it. We need to get the fast food.
Bad man don't limbo, bruv.
Yeah, bad man don't limbo.
Listen, limbo the thing, bruv. Nimbleness, you know?
Yeah.
Bruv, they better limbo.
You got to stretch out your skin. Get
Jesus
your stretches
Christ.
Well, listen, everyone pass through. It sounds like some of the fast food guys are going to be there anyway.
I'm going to be there, man.
Hit us up on our Instagram at Fast Food Podcast.
Yep.
Sorry, we've been quiet.
SoundCloud.
We've obviously been busy bickering. It'd be on the podcast on Podbean, iTunes, SoundCloud. Hit us up everywhere. And you know, as always, it's the Fast Food Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Peace.